Kia ora iti whānau, no mai, haere mai, and welcome in. NZNBL on your Saturday evening, kicking things off, of course, with Rapid League, the Nelson Giants, who are 1-1, taking on the unbeaten Wellington Saints in the Trafalgar Centre. The Hanger, as I've learned it's called. Maya Williamson here, joined by a Nelson Giant legend himself, Tong Ingham. Welcome in.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. I think it's a bit generous. And in terms of the graphic, wow, what an honour to be acknowledged. But, you know, ready to see a good matchup tonight in the Rapid League to get things going.
140 games for the Nelson Giants. Don't be so humble.
That's age. That's just age. That's all that is.
Here are your standings. The Wellington Saints on top, 2-0 so far, looking sharp. Taking on the Giants, who are the defending back-to-back Rapid League champions, but they're looking a little bit different this year, Tom.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you've got guys like Hayden Jones is out of the mix, and then Lockie Crate was another one who was a massive contributor in that team. But, you know, it's a good opportunity for these other young guys in Nelson to come and strut this stuff, and, you know, they need to get on the board after a tough one against the Otago Nuggets last week.
He's going to be watching and sending some messages back home, aren't you?
Absolutely, 100%.
Here's the starting five. Gold, Muna, Blackmore, Chunga and Latu. So Sam Gold in the mix for this now, this young group, but he's a little bit of experience that they could really deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's someone that was starting in the last game for the Saints against the Rams and looked really good out there. So this is someone that can be a massive contributor in this Rapid League team. Plenty
of experience in the NZNBL for Sam Gold already in his career. As you take a look at the Nelson Giants starting five, Elijah Inwood, who's been really good so far. Cooper Adams back in the mix after some New Zealand representative stints. Nickel, Matthews, and of course, who else? Sammy Dempster.
Yeah, and Sammy D having a great start to the season too, really turning back the clock, averaging a double-double. So a bit rough, he's maybe gone to the bench, but made way for the Giants import, who we'll see in a wee bit's time.
Yeah, you can just see him in the back there, exciting scenes. To take a look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, and what stands out the most there? How about that Giants defense?
Well, absolutely, Maya. It's that defense that really stands out from the Giants, and a lot of that comes down to that last game they played against the Nuggets. But, you know, it's saying they are back on their home floor. They're very proud to play at the Hanger, and Elijah Inwood, in terms of a player focus, has had a really great start to the season, full stop, and has made NBL contributions too. So excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, 14 points a game over the two they've played so far. There are your referees for today: Brad Clive, Corey Hogg, and Samuel McFadzean here in the Hanger. Just learnt why is it called the Hanger?
So I think the main reason is it's supposed to look like an airplane hangar in terms of the setup, but then it also had some touch up to the building, so it kind of took that away from it. But regardless, we're proud of the Hanger, and we'll run with it.
Hey, great to see you guys staying at the Hanger as well. You know, got a little bit nervous there for a second.
Yes, absolutely. So, no, back for the foreseeable future. So, let's go.
So, Saints, you cannot miss them in the highlighter yellow. Giants in their nice blue uniforms are underway. It'll be Saints with the first possession. Una gets it over to Chunga. Keep an eye on this young man. Freak athlete who, right on cue, misses that one. Gold in the corner, and we have a shot clock issue just to start things off.
As per? No, absolutely not. That Giants faithful, they're there in strength. My mother actually was a score bench official for a very long time, just off it this season, so she'll be watching at home.
Shout out Mumsy. Volunteers, we couldn't do it without them. Here's Chunga from downtown. What a good start for the Wellington Saints, Alex Blackmore.
Yeah, great start there. Really stepped into that with confidence, and Blackmore getting the Saints started early.
See what the Giants can do with their first offensive possession. They go through Nickel. Dempster, he's seen that many times before.
As the Hanger has also. You know, Sammy D shooting that with confidence. Great sign for the Giants early.
Giants switching ball screens to start things off in this one. Muna, he's been the leading scorer for the Saints so far. A back down game there for Darius Latu, and gets the first foul for the Giants.
Yeah, and the Giants obviously looking to switch early, but in that instance, leaving Matthews on an island. And Matthews, he's a dogged defender, and he's going to work really hard, but you see just a wee bit too big and strong there for Matthews in that instance.
Not really much you can do about that.
No, absolutely not. You know, this guy's an incredible athlete, you know, for a young lad. Has really come into the picture early and has a bright future for sure.
Year 13 at St. Pat's College in Wellington, as we take a look at Chris Tupu, a long-time coach in Wellington in the capital.
Also former Nelson Giants coach. My first
Is
Nelson
he?
Giants coach, yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there you go.
Gosh, I should do better research on the coaches as well, shouldn't I? Oh, how about that from Muna? Just picks the lunch money of James Matthews.
Yeah.
This is a good start for the Saints.
Matthews won't be too happy about that. Normally very confident with the ball, so expect him to go straight back early doors.
Dempster got him with the shot fake. Finds Cooper Adams. That's a great look for Adams.
Yeah, absolutely. And see Sam Dempster there getting his hand on it. But Cooper Adams, been away with the New Zealand team, just come back, so expecting him to come and make massive contributions to this Giants team.
There he is on cue, gives it back to Inwood. He shoots that one with confidence. It's raining triples in the hanger.
And Elijah Inwood came out in that first game against the Rams, 19 points in a Rapid League debut, which is incredibly impressive. So looking confident early.
Older brother, of course, Aston Inwood, a prominent Nelson Giants player himself.
Yeah, he's a good man, Aston Inwood. I'm sure he'll be watching right now, so g'day, Shags.
Dempster kicks it over Adams. Oh my goodness! 3 triples to start things off for the Giants.
And what I'm loving for the Giants is they're looking to, there's lots of intent to get into the paint. Those drive and kick threes, that's where they're really successful. So great start from Cooper Adams.
Saints are now on the back foot, having to answer through Muna. Can't get one of his own. Feels like that might be the first missed 3 of the game so far. Matthews gets the on ball from Dempster. Not much happening here for the Giants. Matthews makes it happen. Finds Adams. We'll call that a pass inside to Sammy D.
And as he does, Sammy D, right place, right time. But again, great job from Matthews, really getting into the lane. Cooper Adams, even though no rim on that occasion, still a great look, and he'll need to keep shooting those as this game goes on.
Take a look at that. Adams has seen that shot many a times before. Great rebound there for Dempster. Like we said, averaging a double-double in South NBL so far.
He may be if he keeps going at this rate, he may be the first ever person to get a 2-time Most Improved Player award. I think that would be unprecedented. But, you know, Sammy D turning back the clock. Still plenty more years left for the young man.
The young man, I like that.
Have to look after Sammy.
See how the Saints can answer, trailing by 3. Just turning the corner, but losing the handle. Chunga now. Gonna have to get him going. Muna leads the Saints in scoring and buries that one. All tied up.
And Munir looking really confident shooting that rock early doors, which is fantastic. I mean, he's a guy, obviously, that scores a lot for this team, as you see the extended pressure from the Saints, which is good to see.
Nice shot fake there from Inwood. Gives it to Nickel, who unfortunately just does the absolute coach killer, stepping out of bounds.
Well, as Phil Jones used to say, the best defender in the league, their sideline. And I know he won't be happy sitting on the sideline seeing that, as you see that head shining in all its glory. 2
of them, actually.
Yes.
It must be a thing.
Well, it is. With Tom Gargiulo, it looks like his hair's almost grown back in recent years, so great.
Someone's got to have it in the coaching staff,
absolutely.
You know? Nuna has been the leader for this team, and he gets 2 in a row back out in front.
And the Giants are going to have to look at something if they keep switching, as we have a bit of a clock issue or something going on, but the Giants are going to have to look at those passive switches. If Munir's going to come off those screens and they're going to have a hand down, it could be a long night for the Giants. That'd be their first back-to-back losses in Rapid League history.
Really?
History.
Wow.
Yep.
You pulled that out like you knew that.
Yeah, well...
that's a pretty impressive stat.
Yeah, well, I mean, 2 great years for the Giants, obviously back-to-back champions, but then after a really, really tough one, their worst loss in Rapid League history against the Otago Nuggets, but they are a proud Rapid League side, and they'll be looking to bounce back, no doubt.
Did you play a bit of Rapid League?
I did. I'd say I'd be in the top 3 oldest Rapid League players in history, but yeah, I did, and I loved it, actually.
You actually enjoyed it?
I did. You know, the Bones near the end of the season weren't coping too well, but in terms of the whole game, it's free-flowing, it's fast, and it's actually a really good way to ease into the main NBL game, because you're getting some good game reps, and then when it comes to game time, you feel a bit more into the game.
How many minutes in Rapid League were you playing before having to play South?
Well, at first it was nice because it was a wee 11, 12-minute job, and Fitch would kind of rotate me in and out. But as the likes of Hayden Jones and James Matthews went over to the World Cup that year representing New Zealand, those minutes spiked up to 16, and then all of a sudden that's a full game of rapid, and the lungs were definitely feeling it come the main NBL game.
It's impressive that Sammy Dempster can really just charge on.
Well, that's Sammy D in a nutshell. He just keeps going, as you see him on screen there, still chipping away, but that's what he does. You know, he's the heart and soul of this team, and he's a workhorse. He keeps working away, and it'll be a big loss for the Giants when he eventually goes on, which I hope isn't too soon.
Oh, can't be.
No,
Can't be.
Absolutely not.
Well, on the flip side, for the Saints, they have kind of no one with that similar tutelage and experience.
No, they don't. And
currently.
No, for sure. I mean, your best bet right there is Sam Gold. And also, Munir's been around the block a wee bit now. I mean, he's had 1 season under his belt. So, yeah, that experience definitely helps down the stretch. So let's see where this game goes.
Unsure of what just exactly happened in the stadium there. Potentially, Verrecchio not being registered on the score sheet because he had to sub back off. But we'll keep in touch about that and see how that unfolds. A little bit of clogged space there for the Giants. Matthews will let it go nonetheless. Low board there from Sinclair, uses his footwork and touches it off the glass.
Great job there from Jerome Sinclair, Waimea College product. So getting his first, it might be his first points in Rapid League. So well done, Jerome Sinclair.
Munir gets a little floater to go. He is on a scoring flurry. Ends the quarter with double digits, 10 points for Munir as they go into the quarter time break with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, a bit of a shootout for a start. In terms of the percentages right now, you got the Giants shooting at 60% and then the Saints shooting at 57%. But the difference right now is Bim Munir. He's really come off those screens, looked to be aggressive and shooting the 3, and then you see that float game at the end there too.
Yeah, what do you do if you're the Giants? How do you stop that?
Well, I think right now, maybe look at the on-ball screen defense as we see something I've got to work on is my transitions. I've been told this by Miles and Casey Frank, but I'll just point it out right there. Any large pizza, 20% off. Scan the QR code. Happy days.
You got to get those Casey Frank like segues. You know, he'll find something to bounce off into his next sentence.
I know. I'm trying to pick up and learn, but as soon as one picks up, I know it'll feel good. But in terms of what the Saints, in terms of what the Giants can do, I think the big thing is they need to look at their on-ball screen defense with Munir. Maybe they need to start getting out hard showing, or if they are going to switch, make it an aggressive switch. Make Munir take that back dribble and get the ball out of his hands.
It's been impressive so far. 10 points of the Saints, 15, so only 5 points contributed otherwise. Blackmore and Latu. Whereas for the Nelson Giants, a bit more extended across the squad. Inwood, Adams and Dempster all have had a triple each. And then Sinclair, of course, chipping in with his 2. So we'll see what the second quarter brings. Things can change in an instant in the Rapid League. So we'll see who can respond out of this break. Chunga just in the passing lane there, tips it away.
And a great job there from the Saints. They're in a bit of a quick show right now. So although James Matthews is seeing bodies, the help side defenders are able to extend out to the shooters, making it tough for likes of Adams and Inwood to get going.
A little bit of a double drag. Nickel comes off the flare. The back rim, but a big boy rebound there from Matthews. Inwood pulls it from downtown.
Not even hesitating either. I love that from Elijah Inwood. You know, his first taste of NBL experience, and he has not taken a backward step.
Yeah, he looks really confident, Elijah Inwood. Gold has been relatively quiet so far in this one, but a little bit too physical there for Cooper Adams.
Yeah, doing a good job moving his feet, Cooper, but then that last wee bit got his hands on Gold, as you see on the replay. Sliding well that first contact, but just those arms down, Gold able to get the foul.
In his 5th season already with the Wellington Saints, Sam Gold, after he returned from a collegiate career. And there he is, right place, right time, as always.
Yeah, and the Giants went to a zone there, which is interesting, but Munir is still able to get into the paint as Elijah Inwood not hesitating.
That's a heat check shot right there.
Yeah, love that. Love the heat check.
Saints up by 2. Chunga takes the close out. So athletic, gets to the rim. And Elijah Inwood whistled for 1.
And a quick first step there from Chunga, straight to the cup. Caught the Giants unawares, I think, with that. So we see on the replay, on the kickback, Great attack.
Out of High International Boys School, product of Jackson Stubbins coaching, is Aubrey Chunga, just represented the Junior Tall Blacks, I should say, at the Oceania Cup last year. Joined Cooper Adams in the New Zealand Under-18 select team that just recently went away. He's really earned his stripes over the last year, Aubrey Chunga. Great rebound there from Sam Gold.
And that's a killer there for the Giants. You know, missed free throw, easy offensive rebound. So Nick will be looking to get that one back.
Sinclair straight into the baseline. The ball girl just getting a taste of action.
That is 6 runs out of here.
Chunga got the point guard responsibilities, gives it back over to Gold. 4 quick points for Gold. It's too long for Blackmore. That's a good defensive position there for the Giants.
I think it's an important thing they're getting the ball out of Muni's hands, and straight away, even though shooting with confidence, that's one the Giants will be happy with.
Inwood got the high catch. Sinclair, almost had it stripped away, but a whistle for the Saints. I think Alex Blackmore just got a little bit too excited there in the passing lane.
Yeah, it's good to see the Saints obviously in a hard show at the moment and are really stepping up and making sure that that short roll isn't easily accessible, and Sinclair harassed there but able to draw the foul.
Adams almost runs out of time. Inwood finding Sammy D. No, a hand is no issue for Sammy D, just pulls it anyway.
Well, often with Sammy D, a hand is worse because it actually helps him shoot the ball a wee bit higher, and then it goes in. So seen that a few times.
Always the way with shooters. Sam Gold, how good has he been in the second quarter?
Yeah, doing a really good job moving without the ball, making himself accessible to guards, and a great finish there.
Always in the right place at the right time, and yeah, you'll struggle to see a position where he doesn't finish those. Inwood had nowhere to go, all tied up with Munier, who did a great job to get his hands on that one.
Yeah, really good job there from Munier, staying in front, really making his impact on both ends of the floor. You know, he's got it going on offense right now, but what's really pleasing to see is he's working tirelessly on defense. You see right there, able to step across. Great defensive position for the Saints.
Jump ball go the way of the Wellington Saints in their highlighted yellow uniforms. Nice matchup we have there, Munier and Matthews. Pilcher. Chunga crosses back to his right, tipped away by Sammy D.
And the same thing there for the Giants, really changed up the defense a wee bit, trying to show bodies and not go into that switch, stepping up, great help side defense.
Giants being a little bit quiet on the scoring front in this quarter. Dempster gets the catch. Can't find the skip over to Inwood. Asking him to be in the corner potentially on that one.
Yeah, the Giants' spacing's a wee bit out of whack at the moment. Look like the Saints threw a wee bit of a zone there, and they don't want to get into the trap of just swinging the ball with no real intent of putting pressure on the rim. So good adjustment from the Saints, and the Giants need to adapt.
Saints on a bit of a run out of the quarter break. Oh, great move from Magalogo. Just got him on the arm, did Sammy D. Had a lane there otherwise.
Yeah, great move. Really quick crossover. Came off that dribble handoff, froze him.
That might have been on Inwood reaching in from the passing lane. So Magalogo will go to the Chemist Warehouse strike. Is this our first free throws? Oh no, we had some earlier, didn't we? I'm going crazy. Because there was the offensive rebound. The absolute coach killer of the offensive rebound.
Absolutely, we did.
Magalogo, the 20-year-old out of Parapara Umu College.
How good. Getting that coverage throughout Wellington. Love to see that.
Makes the first from the Chemist Warehouse. And goes 2 for 2. 15, plays 23.
And the Giants right now need to pick up that defense. They're looking on average that 46 points per game they're allowing, and that's far too many for 16 minutes of basketball. Sammy D, great look for him.
Yeah, well, not only do they need to get stops, they can't score at the moment either, Tom.
If you can't do those two things, Maya, becomes a long night really quickly.
Probably can't win a basketball game like that, I don't think. And that does not help. It doesn't go, but Latu gets another look at it and another trip to the Chemist Warehouse.
And that's one of the risks you play if you start to extend that pressure. Try to get the steal on the backcourt, which the Giants nearly got. You get a bit of a disadvantage, and Sammy D has no other option but put the shooter to the line.
2 early points for Latu. And he can't make it 3 with the missed free throw. Like I said, out of St. Pat's College, this is his first year with the Saints. Had 5 points in round 2 against the Rams, which they won 27-17.
And that's the beauty of Rapid League too. You see these young guys getting an opportunity to see an NBL floor, and the confidence that can build going into a main game is immense.
Yeah, definitely seen a lot of contributions from young guys in the Sal's NBL coming off the bench. Inwood, oh my lordy Lou.
And Elijah Inwood right now, shooting that thing with confidence, coming off that dribble handoff, is great kick there.
Blackmore's already hit 1 today, just rims out on his 3rd attempt, and the Giants will have the last possession of the half, you'd assume, as Adams got the ball stripped, but it did hit the foot of the Saints defense. So 9 seconds on the clock for the Giants to make something work. You'd surely got to go to Elijah Inwood.
Yeah, you would think so. And this is the thing, in terms of experience here, Cooper Adams getting double teamed in the backcourt, maybe that's an opportunity where you take the BNZ player timeout straight away, settle things down a wee bit rather than try to dribble through that trap, but the Giants get there in the end.
BNZ player timeout, a welcome initiative for the Rapid League and the Sal's NBL. You can scan that QR code for your chance to win a ticket to the big game. So you can take your family group, church group, sports group, whoever you may please. 5,000 tickets available this season. So get in amongst. Like I mentioned, Giants, 9 seconds to make something work here. They trail by 6. Inwood finds a lane, out to Adams. Adams can't drill it. Ball goes everywhere. Dempster makes it count, and 1!
Savvy Dempster, as athletic as ever. Right place, right time, as he does so well. Big time buckets. The Giants definitely needed that one going into the break.
Of course, we must take a look at that on the GJ Gardner Holmes replay. It was flying everywhere, and then in midair it counts. Just a little humble celebration.
Look at that.
A little fist.
That vertical jump through the roof.
Makes it from the Chemist Warehouse, then all of a sudden, it's a 3-point game. And the Wellington Saints will use their BNZ player timeout, all the same bits, scan that QR code, and have your chance to win a ticket to the big game. This is how quick things can change in Rapid League.
And again, it's the beauty of it in terms of watching. It is such a fast-paced game. You're not trying to use the whole 24 seconds. You're really getting up and down. And, you know, Elijah Inwood has been incredibly aggressive. His 3 threes, massive for the Giants. And then Sammy D making their contributions there too. But Giants back in this game, so they'll be happy with that.
Just under 2 seconds on the clock here. Enough for a catch and shoot. Who will it go to? Magalogo gets the catch. Does get it off in time, and he did step out of bounds. Brad Clive rules it. So we'll go into halftime. A much closer game. 24 plays at 21. What a second quarter effort.
Yeah, absolutely. In the last 2 minutes there for the Giants, getting them back into it. It looks like we may still have a wee bit of time on the clock. There you go.
Just absolutely teasing us, eh? Come on, Brad Clive. If someone scores here, surely not. Big pass from James Matthews, and okay, officially we can say it is halftime. 24 plays, 21. An impressive second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I think a big part of that, Munir went to the bench, and the Saints, Chunga looked to be aggressive, but they need to, without Golden Munir in the game, they need to have other people starting to step up. But they will with the more time and touches that they get. You see Aaron Young having a word with his young member of the team there. But the Giants starting to look really good, confident shooting the ball, but they're at their best when they're aggressive and they're attacking the hoops. They need to make sure they keep doing that.
Yeah, 5 from 13 from downtown for the Giants. That's a great percentage, but not something you want to live and die by.
No, absolutely not. As we see the points there, it was Munir and Elijah Inwood really going for it. But yeah, it's one of those things. If they go in, it's great, but then all of a sudden, if you become reliant on it, it can bite you where it hurts really quickly.
We've got 8 minutes to see how that unfolds. Dempster, 4 rebounds, leading the crew. Gold, Chunga and Latu for the Saints doing the heavy lifting. Dempster just doing it all at the moment.
Yeah, as he does. And they played through Sammy D a lot throughout that Horns action. So getting him the ball, getting some splits action, it's great looks. And Sammy D, he's seen it all, so he'll be able to make some good reads out of that.
There he is again, a steal, 2 for Munir.
Yeah, Munir had a great first half. You know, sat in that last bit, and that may have been one of the big contributions to the Giants making that comeback. But it'll be interesting to see if they stay in a similar on-ball screen defense, or do they allow Munir to come off, and let's see if he can go to work.
Well, that's been one of the Achilles heels for the Giants over the last couple of games, averaging 41 points against in Rapid League. I mean, that's not ideal, is it? No,
absolutely not. 16 minutes of basketball, you know, it's saying, as we see Dante Ingram on the screen there. Looking forward to seeing him later. One of my old teammates used to be a Nelson Giant, so a bit different seeing him in Saints colours, but, you know, he'll be happy to be back in the hangar.
So good to see imports returning, though, years later and returning back. That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, even though it's in different teams, it's cool to see that, you know, and you talk to a lot of the imports. They love New Zealand. They love coming out. They love the culture, they love the country, full stop. It's a bit of a slower pace often for them, which they really like compared to obviously the hard yards of a European season or somewhere else. So it's good for them to, you know, just enjoy their basketball, but enjoy a nice country too.
Back underway here in the second half. Rapid League, of course, kicking the night off. And how about that? Straight out the gates for Munir, gets the cookies and finishes it.
Just needed a wee breather, and he's right back into it. Really, again, Munir is all over James Matthews right now, and quite uncharacteristic. You know, James Matthews is a guy, doesn't mind a bit of pressure, likes getting after it. And I remember historically, he's someone that has gone at Munir, but Munir's getting his give back.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, and it's proved successful. Back-to-back positions. But Inwood doesn't like that. Standing up for his teammate, gets it right back.
Nelson College old boys getting after it.
Matthews. Nice go screen there for Nickel. Finds Matthews. He finds Dempster. Dying seconds of this one. Nickel launches and hits. Good start for the Giants.
And that starts from feet in the paint. You had 3 different guys on that occasion. Penetrating, drive kick, get a great look. Nickel, feet set, great shot.
6 triples in this one now for the Giants. Gold snaps it back, gets it to Latu. Junior ends up with it. Chunga thought about it, does on the second attempt. Oh my goodness, from deep.
And the young fella really showing his worth. Chunga showing that he's got the quick step, but also got the outside touch too.
Makes it hard to guard when you want to stay in front, but you also got to contest the shot. Matthews finds Inwood. He's already hit 3. Can't make it 4 on that occasion.
Elijah Inwood definitely not hesitating getting it up, but it's good to see him shoot with confidence.
Munir. Gold likes that lane, stops on 2 feet. Chunga has just hit 1. Great board from Sammy D.
Yeah, great job there, and a better set, but also a great shot there from the Saints. Good driving kick. Any driving kick, corner 3 is a great look in basketball.
That's modern basketball,
Absolutely.
baby.
Absolutely.
Inwood over to Nickel. Great use of the shot fake. Gets to the rim. Lovely basketball, Josh Nickel.
Love that from Josh Nickel. Good patience, great up fake. Gets in, analyzes where the defense is. Great finish.
Back to a 3-point game as Gold looks to answer. Munir. Oh, he's having himself a game. 15 points for the young man.
He is lights out right now. A few other Giants and another turnover on the baseline. The Giants are going to be kicking themselves, but you got to get the ball in this man's hands. Unless he travels, of course. Then
commentator's curse.
Yeah,
commentator's curse at its finest. He's allowed to make a mistake given what he's been able to do so far. 15 points and 3 assists and 4 steals.
Well, I think if you're the Giants right now, someone else has to beat you. You cannot let Munir get the ball and allow him space.
6 points the difference now. Matthews can't make it 3. And it will be Giants who let that one go out of bounds. Saints possession.
And yeah, the Saints going under on James Matthews, letting him shoot that. But I'd like to see the Giants continue to get the ball through hands and try get back into the paint. That's where they've had success.
Well, it's just his second shot attempt of this entire game so far, Matthews. Rebounding foul is going to go against the Wellington Saints. And that man on your screen right now, Darius Latu.
Yeah, good crash though there from the Saints. It's good to see they're putting a lot of pressure. I think right now, just playing with a bit more intent than the Giants. You see them up the floor, really trying to put pressure and force the Giants into mistakes, which they are making.
Sinclair hands it off to Adams. Aggressive defense for the Saints, just like you alluded to there, Tom. Again, Giants left with not many options, and ugly offense turns to a turnover.
And good attack from Adams, but at the same time, as we see a travel there, I would like to see the Giants keep getting the ball side to side, try break up that Saints defense a wee bit, because it is aggressive, but just like any defense, time is sometimes all that's needed to break it down, get into the paint, have success there.
Again, just extending that pressure, sandwiching away from inward so he can't get the catch. Oh, Nickel puts him to the floor.
The no-look
You gotta make
dive?
that. Oh, that was so unexpected. I was just chatting away, and next minute he's broken his ankles.
Give it to the big man. I think there was a wee moment there where he went behind the back and he didn't actually realise that he'd staggered and fallen to the floor, but then he felt a wee bit saucy, Magic Johnson-like, no-look pass. Love to see it from Nickel.
I liked that. I mean, that's a good option if your guards can't get it. Just give it to the big man.
Absolutely.
Let's see how the Saints can answer out of that. No one wants their ankles broken. Chunga hits everything, but great shot, of course, for the Saints again.
Yeah, the Giants we see a foul there on Sammy D, but we see the Giants changing up their defense, and as we see here.
Oh, that's just got to be some sweat on the floor or something, eh? That guy got hard done by.
Yeah, I would say so. I think Pilcher would understand that, wet spot on the floor, but if you're Josh Nickel, you're going home and you're saying your ankle broke a dude. 100%.
Surely that's going on Sal's NBL Instagram as well. Cheeky reshare. Let everyone at home know. Great move there, Inwood. I think he just shuffled his feet a little bit.
Yeah, Elijah Inwood didn't agree with the call, but it did look like kind of came to a stop, shuffled the feet a wee bit. Good to see that intent, looking to attack the hoop, but travel.
Pilcher now in the front court with Munir, leading the way for both teams with 15 points.
And I like that from James Matthews. He's starting to give the same pressure that Munir's giving him.
Magalogo way long. Dying seconds of this one. Be with the Giants. Dempster finds Adams. He's going to shoot that all day and nails it to win the quarter on a high note for the Nelson Giants. 32-29. That's a great look.
That is a great look. And again, Sammy D drawing the defense. Cooper Adams ready to shoot. And they've done that twice now, the Giants. Had good ends to the quarter. But how they come out of this break is going to be massive. And if you're the Saints, you need to make sure you come out, be aggressive, because they've done that to start every quarter and look really good in doing that. So these next couple of minutes are going to be massive, a massive dictator in this game.
It's a good sign for the Giants, though, that they got the ball in the hands of a shooter and he hit one to end the quarter, right? That's great momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, if you're the Giants right now, definitely got your fair share of threes up. 17 threes out of a grand total, wow, of 20 shots.
Oh my God.
17 threes of 20. Did not realise it was that. So don't mind that. I don't mind the aggressiveness from the Giants, shooting it at 38%, which isn't too bad. But when you look at that 2-point percentage currently sitting at 100%, maybe that's saying that we can explore and not necessarily settle with those threes. But I think if you're getting feet in the paint and then you're getting those threes, it's a good look.
Hey, that's the Nelson Giants Rapid League way.
Absolutely.
That's why they're back-to-back champions.
You probably would have heard me say about 20 to 25 times on the broadcast already. It's embedded deeply into me.
Hey, if you didn't know, former Nelson Giant to my right. 140 games.
Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious me.
Now they've got him on the mic for the game. He can't stay away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Final 4 minutes here. It's been back and forth in the Trafalgar Centre, and someone is going to get a dub. Will it be the Saints? Will it be the Giants? And that's a good start for the Giants, forcing Munir into a miss, which is a rarity today, and a great finish there from Matthews.
And straight away, this is what I like from James Matthews. You know, he is an incredibly good defender, I think at the NBL level too. He's strong, moves his feet really well. Good to see him trying to extend that pressure on Munir.
Saints patient offensively. Chunga finds Latu, finds Munir, just can't find the touch on the baseline.
And I think for both teams, you're having success when you're trying to get the ball moving and the pressure has been out there. So you see right now, Saints doing a great job running James Matthews off the line.
Matthews, Dempster. 6 seconds on the clock. What can they make of it? Dempster turns around, fade away, and rattles it in.
Charles Barkley-esque. Sammy D, great job there with the fadeaway. Those old legs still getting them up.
And with that, they go out in front, the Giants. So trailing for a good part of this one. And with that fadeaway, they were in front. But a punch comes right back through Arthur Pilcher.
And great job there from Pilcher, doing a fantastic job of, seeing the early shot, but making that slip out, getting the O board.
Sinclair, what just happened?
I think Chunga's just worn a face full of bull.
Could commit yourself on defense, the young man, and he did just that. Dempster on a heater, just taking the offensive load on his shoulders.
Turning back the clock, Sammy D's look great in the NBL, and you see him right now. That experience we talked about, Maya, may come into play here.
1 point is the lead for the Giants. Imagine we're going to be trading punches for the rest of this one. Great ball movement for the Saints. Pilcher just leaves it short.
Yeah, and great job there from the Giants in terms of not allowing the Saints to get into that paint. Pilcher just a wee bit short on that one.
Inwood finds a lane. Great slow step there. Just drew the foul on Nuna.
And I like that. Elijah Inwood not settling. He shot that three with confidence, which is fantastic. But he has a deceptively quick first step. You see him right there. Getting the step up Munir. Great change of pace. Able to draw the contact.
A product of Nelson Boys College, of course, a great basketball institution here in Aotearoa.
It was formerly of Garran College even before that, and then made the move, I believe, I would have to be quoted on this, but it might have been year 11, made the move over to Nelson College. His brother, Aston Inwood, also did the same thing. So, yeah, turned into a couple of Nelson College stalwarts.
And coached by Sam Dempster, I believe?
Well,
or not anymore?
Not anymore, but the majority of the guys you'll see in this Nelson Giants Rapid League would have been coached by Sam Dempster at some stage. So to see the old master turn back the clock on those couple of drives, what an inspiration.
Doesn't he just do it all?
He does. The man, the myth.
Big Sam Dempster fans over here, if you guys couldn't pick up on that already. And Wood puts them out by 2. Still 2 minutes to go on this one. It's anybody's game. This Matthews-Munir matchup has been one to watch. And a cheap foul there called on Josh Nicol. He knew it too, put his hand up.
Yeah, and I like that from Nicol. You see James Matthews starting to extend that pressure, but if you've got someone trailing and you're guarding that trailer, why not go put some pressure on the ball handler? And Nicol doing a good job of it in that instance.
Pilcher hands it off to Blackmore. He sees a lane, takes it, and lays it in. It's all tied up. Great
move there from Blackmore. Came off that corner, came off that dribble handoff, sorry, turned the corner, super aggressive.
Matthews dealing with the pressure up there from Chunga. Has the switch, wants to attack that mismatch, gets to the rim, but can't get the finish. Dempster falls down his 10th board. Adams can't nail it. It's getting exciting.
It is. We down to that last minute. Don't mind that shot from Cooper Adams. He's hit a couple from there, so shoot that with confidence. That floor getting a beating.
Yeah, Mop Girl's got a big job ahead of them before the Sal's NBL game. Munir does a great job there dancing with Dempster. Scored this quarter, which is a positive sign for the Giants.
Yeah, positive sign for the Giants, but what's been good for the Saints, you see other guys are really now starting to step up. See a couple good moves there from Blackmore, and then Pilcher starting to make his mark on the game too.
Chunga, a little bit of miscommunication there. Still keep it at bay. Munir pulls up on a dime, can't make it, and it'll be Giants' position.
And here we go, Maya, into the last 46 seconds. Interesting to see what the Giants do here. Do they try get a wee 2-for-1 and try extend that? If you do, I wouldn't be surprised to see something with Sam Dempster coming off a wee dribble handoff, looking for a shot, or trying to get downhill.
Oh, Chunga picks the pocket of Josh Nicol. Now the front foot for the Saints. Chunga pulls it, can't connect. But the O-board falls to the way of Pilcher. Munir, smart. Below 10 goes the shot clock. Munir finds a lane, can't make it. Another O-board for the Saints.
And that is a killer for the Giants. You see, there'll still be time for a Giants shot, but we'll see what Munir's got here.
6 seconds on the clock. Pilcher launches it, can't bury it. Another O-board. Munir for the game. Oh, can't get it. What's going to happen? Oh!
I tell you what.
Has he done it?
If that counts and you are the Nelson Giants, there are going to be about 3 hours worth of box-out drills in that last instance. Was that 5 offensive rebounds in that last bit?
And it paid off at the very last second, Tom. Would you believe it? 5 bites at the cherry, and on the buzzer, they got it done.
And that is hats off to the Saints for, you know, staying with it and get it going, getting those offensive rebounds, getting the job done. But if you're the Nelson Giants, that cannot happen. You need to go put a body on someone. You got 5 guys down there. See Captain Sam Dempster not too thrilled, but great job from the Saints to stay with it, hold off the Nelson Giants.
Yeah, we'll take a look at some of the impressive stats. Munir really led the way for the Giants. The Saints, sorry. He was very impressive. Dempster and Inwood equally as impressive for the Giants.
Yeah, really impressed with Munir in terms of, obviously had a great first half. Sammy D, is that a rapidly double-double?
It is. 11 points, 10 rebounds.
It's keeping the stats alive. It's led by example, but Latu, great job from him on the boards as well. Those contributions are what ultimately got the Saints over the line in that last bit.
Yeah, 4 O-boards of the 8 for Latu, as Dempster just really raking up stats. Munir and Chunga equally really effective for the Saints.
Yeah, Munir, you see there 4 steals, and that started with the ball pressure that he put on early doors, a lot of them in the back court, which allowed the Saints to get a few easy buckets, which was a difference maker in this game.
Telling signs for a very exciting night ahead in the Trafalgar Centre. The hangar, the Wellington Saints take on the Nelson Giants at home. Don't go anywhere here on Sky Sport. We'll see you in about 30 minutes.
So if you're hungry, thirsty, head on out to that foyer, support our cashiers and get some drinks and some hot dogs and chips, sells pizza, yum, head on out, get some food too. This is a little chances of court totals. I'm up at the spark table and behind the goalpost here. And I've got 4 boys who I know who they're supporting. We've got Nelson Giants teams, t-shirts and stuff on. Who are we supporting tonight, boy? Oh yeah, they're supporting the Giants. Well done, boys. We've also got Absolute Energy up here. Thank you for your support, Absolute Energy. As we have 25 minutes to tip off, we're going to housekeeping fire exits. Please check your nearest exit. The doctor, if you require a doctor, please come to the MC area for assistance. Toilets are located behind the corner tables and in the foyer. Food and drink, the bar is serving with passions, crafted beer and wine from Hunter's Wines. The bar also has low and non-alcoholic drinks. The canteen is also located in the foyer, so make sure you stock up before the game, as well as at quarter and half time. Sal's authentic New York pizza and hot chips are available at the canteen. Getting home safely tonight after tonight's game. Please get your home safely and your family home safely. If you need help getting a taxi, ask one of the Giants staff or the Trafalgar Centre ushers. We've got a few tables down here. We've got the Billion Star, gold, silver bars and coins. Let's hear it, Billion Star! Hard to beat that one. But I'm sure Gallagher Insurance can beat that. Can we beat that cheer, guys? Here goes Gallagher. Bit soft, but we're happy with the effort. Now these people need a big thank you. They support us with all our wine tonight. The Hunter's Wine team. So let's hear it for Hunter's Wines, everybody. We've got our NBS, one of our major sponsors tonight. Local banking services provided by NBS. As they have been proud supporters of the Nelson Giants for 12 years ago. 12 years, it's incredible. Their absolute focus on providing exceptional service and support for local people and their communities. As a mutual society, they're owned by the clients, meaning they can think differently about their profits. That's the NBS. That's why they get behind the Giants and hundreds of other community organisations each year. When you choose to bank with NBS, you choose to support your community. Learn more about NBS and banking for life at nbs.co.nz. NBS is not a registered bank. So while he's doing some warm up, let's talk about tables. Who we got on the McDonald's table tonight? Few new faces on the Macca's table, love that. Now these guys are great supporters of all sport in the community, huge supporter of a lot of schools, so by eating at McDonald's you're supporting your community as well. What about the Beachcombers Hotel table? They've got a nice little thing in front of them. Are you guys here to support loud tonight? Who are you going to support tonight, mate? Giants! Yeah, buddy, that's it. So of course we've talked about the corporate table, but look at all these people that stand here tonight, just standing looking noisy. Are you guys feeling noisy over this side? Because last time, the other side of the side did you for dogs. So this, tonight, I want to give you guys basketballs. I want to give you t-shirts. I need this side to step it up. Are we going to step it up? Oh, I'm sorry. Are we going to step it up? That's more like that. Now who are you here supporting tonight? Yeah, let's still supporting the Giants. She knows where it's at. Please welcome to the court this group of veterans and Nelson RSA to help us commemorate Anzac Day. Right, teams to the bench. statistic. Right, while the teams warm up tonight, guys, this is for you guys. At home, the side voices, we're in the hangar now, so you have full permission to make as much noise as you like tonight. You can scream, you can shout, you can turn your little can into a motorbike noise, you can stamp your feet. It's all the children are here tonight to arrive to get noisy.
Kia ora iti whanau, no mai, haere mai. Welcome into Sal's NBL for your Saturday evening. What better place to be than the Trafalgar Centre, the hangar. The NBS Nelson Giants hosting the Wellington Saints. The Giants searching for their first win of the season. The Saints are 1-1. My Williamson joined by former Nelson Giant himself, considerably the GOAT, you could even say, Tom Ingham.
Incredibly debatable. I think that's quite generous, but nah, thanks for having me, Maya. As we see, Giants considered favourites, which I think, although I like to see that, it is, I would say, a wee bit of a surprise with the outfit this Saints team has got out here tonight.
Scan that QR code and have your say. Who will win? Will it be the Giants or the Saints? Do love that they have quite the loyal backing. The Giants, as we see a packed crowd here in Trafalgar Centre. I mean, what else could we expect?
Yeah, absolutely. The Giants going on a wee sellout stream as we see the table right now. Otago Nuggets, definitely a team that I didn't see for starters, but you know, they're starting to really make their waves within this league. You see the Wellington Saints currently sitting in 6th place with a 1-1 record right now.
Yeah, just the loss to the Rams the other week and a win against the Jets, a dominant one at that. As we take a look at the Giants, who are currently sitting 11th. 2 losses against the Nuggets and the Rams, close ones, but not how they wanted to start the season.
Yeah, Giants look really good against the Rams and they now have some reinforcements coming in. I think the Nuggets look good for a wee bit, but then the Nuggets ultimately proved that they are one of the top contenders in this league.
Take a look at the upcoming fixtures here. It's a quick turnaround for the Saints. They're playing tonight on Saturday, on Monday, and on Thursday again.
Yeah,
hard on the legs.
Yeah, very tough on the legs. You know, that Trafalgar Centre floor, great floor, but a wee bit older, so pretty hard to bounce back from that one. But, you know, the Saints, championship mindset, they'll no doubt be up for it.
So good to have so much of the Sal's NBL here on Sky Sport. Hope you have all been enjoying the coverage thus far. As we take a look at the Mills Albert Wellington Saints lineup, that have travelled to be in town. Here we have Davison, Ingram, Hunt, Elijah Pepper, who's been so impressive so far, and Akich Alia, the young athlete out of Australia. We caught up with him earlier today.
Hey Akich, 2 games played for the Saints and 2 very different performances. What's the approach to the game as the squad looks to get back to its winning ways?
Yeah, Aaron and the team, we put an emphasis on us instead of the opposition, just focusing on our shape, our identity, our rules, just getting that in place. I mean, we have guys coming from everywhere. We miss a preseason, so it's hard to get that connection. So just trying to focus on that connection.
Finding that time to gel. The Giants always provide a unique challenge to the Saints. What aspects of their game do the Saints need to limit as you look to grab the first road win of the season?
I think their three-point shooting, that really opens up their game. They have floor spaces across the positions, but yeah, I think limit that extra possessions and then just run on the other end.
Thanks for your time, Akich. All the best for the game.
Great to hear from the young man, aware of the Nelson Giants shooting pedigree.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see the likes of that lineup right there, and Sam Dempster moving to the bench tonight. But I'll be really interested to see the Nelson Giants starting 5. You got McNaught, Parrott Hunt, Smith Milner, Liam Judd, and then the new Giants import, pronouncing this correctly the first time, I believe it is Amy Luukkonen.
Yeah, so good to see some input firepower for the Giants. And of course, their stalwart point guard for the last couple of years, Alex McNaught. We caught up with him also earlier today.
Hey Alex, the Giants have had 2 hard-fought contests that have ultimately ended in defeat. Where are the Giants looking to lift their performance today, especially down the stretch, to try and secure victory?
Well, we're going up against an incredibly strong team. Obviously, reigning champs coming into town, which is always a daunting task. But for us, it's across the board. It's defensive rebounds. It's being able to win the one-on-one matchup. They're a very talented team. We've got to go out there and have a bit of pride in ourselves. But bit more pride and a bit of effort on the boards, and I think this should be a good contest.
Yeah, nice, very talented. The defending champion Saints, always been a tough challenge. What are the keys to slowing down Wellington if the Giants are to secure the win?
Well, for sure they've got a couple heads of the snake. Carlin Davidson's obviously an incredibly talented athletic player who brings a lot of things you don't get to see a lot from New Zealand athletes. And Elijah Pepper, incredible import, scores the ball incredibly well. It's coming to contain those two will be detrimental for us if we can't do that.
Thanks for your time, Alex. All the best for the game.
Thanks, mate.
It's a daunting task for the Nelson Giants. He's named Carlin Davidson and Elijah Pepper, but that's not even to mention Dante Ingram, Akich Alia and Jordan Hunt. I mean, they have so much talent.
Yeah, they absolutely do. As you see right there with the Chemist Warehouse stats, it's a tale of 2 tapes, really, and I think a big part of it is the pace the Wellington Saints player. And what's really good there is Dante Ingram, former Nelson Giant, stepping back into the building. But I like that player spotlight there. Cruz Parrott Hunt averaging 25 points a game for the Nelson Giants, and then Elijah Pepper. The man is a bucket. So I think pace is going to be a big dictator in this game. Will the Saints play upbeat, but then the Giants need to junk it up a wee bit and try to slow them down.
Take a look at our match officials, Brad Clive, Corey Hogg and Samuel McFadzean. I think the key that I would take away here is the scoring. Saints have scored averaging 103 points per game and Giants just 80.
Yeah, it's a high-octane offense, and I think the thing with this Wellington Saints team is you have a whole lot of creators. You see right there, gone back down to 50-50, but you have 3 guys that are averaging over 4 assists a game. You've got Carlin Davison averaging 8 assists, Elijah Pepper averaging 7, and Dante Ingram with 4 as well. So they have creators galore, whereas the only Nelson Giant over 4 assists per game is Alex McNaught at the point guard role. So I think the shot creation is a big reason as to why this Saints team is so explosive down the offensive end.
Like I mentioned earlier, there is finally an import in the house for the Nelson Giants, Amy Luukkonen. What do you think it's going to do for the Giants offense in terms of helping them extend the floor and get some more scoring?
Yeah, I think for a start, it's size. And in terms of watching Luukkonen's highlights, he's a guy that plays with a lot of physicality, but then also for a big body can push the ball. And so I think what it does for the Giants is it opens up their second side a wee bit more. So it allows Toy Smith-Milner to move a bit more to that 5 spot. Luukkonen can get a wee bit more downhill. But I think the good thing for the Giants too, you got Sammy Dempster able to come off the bench, and he's having such a strong start to the season, averaging a double-double. So, turning back the clock. So I think having that depth in the front court is going to be a massive thing for the Nelson Giants tonight.
We'll Sam Dempster had quite an outing in the Rapid League as well, a cheeky double-double.
In about, what, 13 minutes of action. So, you know, Sammy D showing that he's still got some tread on the old tyres left yet.
Gone back to 50-50, like you said, Tom, for the YourShout.vote. Scan that QR code, have your say. Just as I'm speaking, it goes back up by way of the Saints. We'll obviously have to check back in how that's going after a couple of quarters.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's going to be a tough one for the Giants. You know, this is an incredibly stacked Saints outfit, but speaking from experience, when you are a Nelson Giant, if there's one game you look forward to and you get up for, it is the Wellington Saints, because they bring such a big challenge. So, you know, it's a challenge the Giants need to be up for, because if they're not, could be a tough night.
Absolutely, and I think it's good we're willing to admit that. Obviously, this stage of the season was always a hard one. Who has their roster put together more? Sometimes there's other teams that just end up dominating the start of the season because they have a full roster compared to a team that might not. But you were speaking about this off air. For some reason, the Giants just happened to get up at home against the Saints. It is kind of, maybe, is it a grudge match? I don't know. There's something about it.
Yeah, well, I think just like you play against any good team, and the Wellington Saints, I mean, they are the A grade in terms of professionalism, in terms of how they approach any season. So, you know, even going into TSB and playing there, it's a special environment. So when you see them then come into your home building, you want to make sure that you're trying to put out the best performance, because if you're not, it can be a really long night. So I'm confident that this Giants team, you know, with the introduction of Luukkonen, they're up for the challenge, but it's going to be a really tough one.
Before we get underway, obviously taking a moment to acknowledge that it is Anzac Day today across Aotearoa, New Zealand and Australia. Remember all of those who have served and sacrificed in times of war, conflict and peacekeeping. And we acknowledge, of course, all of the families and communities connected to that service. So from everyone involved in tonight's game, we, of course, pay our respects as we are about to get underway here. Both teams coming onto the floor and embracing in some sportsmanship hugs. Some familiar faces across both teams, of course. And the best roll of them all, the ball girl.
It's an Ali Granger singlet. My goodness, that is a
throwback.
That is a throwback and a blast from the past. No doubt he'll be in the stands, and you know, he'll be frothing that one.
And there she is, getting her picture and the crowd cheering for her. What was it? Was it Fitch's daughter that swerved someone's high five one time? Yes,
it was. I'm trying to think who the player was, but remember that very clearly. I think it was a challenge laid out by Fitch pre-game, and as Sophie often does, followed through. She's a character.
How good was that? And how good is this going to be? About to get underway in the Trafalgar Centre here. The crowd already loving it. It is the Wellington Saints with the first possession. Alea, Ingram, Davidson, the pace already. It's apparent. Elijah Pepper, he's going to have ball in hand for plenty of this one and starts things off with a bang.
And you cannot allow Elijah Pepper to come out of that corner and just not see any bodies. That is bread and butter for him.
25 points per game so far, off of 20 field goal attempts. High volume shooter and a high volume scorer. McNaught. Luukkonen gets his first touch, first bit of action, and just off the backboard.
Yeah, trying to get Luukkonen involved early. You know, first game here, first touch of the ball, maybe a few pre-game nerves, but, you know, he's a professional. He'll be able to come right.
Finnish national, already playing 6 years of pro ball back home. Good to see him starting to branch out now. Pepper leaves it short. That's a welcome sign for the Giants.
Yeah, and great job there from Pierrot Hunt, because you cannot allow Elijah Pepper any breathing room. And, you know, maybe you would say an ill-advised shot. However, that's Elijah Pepper, and we know that he can make that shot plenty of times.
Something happening with the ball here in the Trafalgar Centre. Nonetheless, Pierrot Hunt gets ball in hand. Has the longer Ingram on him. Does get the first step. Finds Luukkonen, who finds Smith-Milner. Doesn't even look at it. McNaught hit away by Pepper, and shot clock now at 10.
And I think the thing with the Saints too, there's a lot of length in this lineup. So the fact that you're able to put a guy like Dante Ingram, who's a great defender, on Pierrot Hunt, who has been the Giants' focal point in this offense, is a great tool to have.
Lukanen gets it back into Pierre Hunt, like you said, their leading scorer over the last couple of games. Fortuitously falls to McNaught, who buries it from the corner.
A welcome sign for Alex McNaught. You know, he needs to be confident shooting that 3 ball, so good for him to see one go down early.
Alea answers right back with a triple of his own.
And that's the thing with this Saints team. You have 5 threats from both the inside and the outside. Jordan Hunt, the other big, can shoot that thing too, so it's a high-powered offense. There's a strip already.
How about that? And Davidson doesn't give us a flashy highlight just yet, but that's a sign of what's to come.
Yeah, and when this is the thing, the Saints, they want to try get up and in, they want to get steals, and they want to run. As you see, Alex McNaught.
Oh!
And this is big time from Alex McNaught. You know, not having an import guard, McNaught really has to step up, and he has to be aggressive, and it's a really good sign to see him getting to the cup early, shooting the ball with confidence.
Has all 5 of the Giants' points so far, Alex McNaught. Forced into a turnover, go the Saints. This is a great start for the home team.
Yeah, really good. And I think, as you see, Alex McNaught having a few shoe difficulties early doors. Sabrina's.
Great kicks.
They are, yeah, big fan.
Pierre Hunt has the point guard responsibilities to kick things off here. Smith-Milner. McNaught had a good start. Finds Liam Judd. Judd buries that one home. Out in front go the Giants.
And as he does so often, Liam Judd, but again, it's Alex McNaught looking to attack the paint, draws the defense, kicks it out. That's going to really help Liam Judd get going. It's great deflection.
Saints stay with it here. Alea, he's hit one and hits another.
We are in the midst of a shootout, Maya. It is all go here at the hangar.
Love to see it. 6'10" as well. Alea getting it done, stretching the floor. Cruz Pierre Hunt couldn't quite join the party.
And good there from Cruz being aggressive, but the problem is if you take an early shot, this is what happens. The Saints get a scrambled defense and get a good look from Ingram.
Absolute dime thrown there by Pepper, but couldn't make it count. Ingram, and McNaught chooses to just slow things down on the offensive end. Great find from Smith-Milner. Great use of the shot fake. Cruz Pierre Hunt, oh my goodness, it's raining.
Great job there from Cruz Pierre Hunt. You know, he knows Carlin Davison's an athlete, flies out at him, takes that one dribble, shoots that thing with confidence.
Davison thought about it. Patient, finds Jordan Hunt. He's got such a nice touch.
Jordan Hunt just has such a simple but effective game. You know, he's a great job at getting out of screens early. He rim runs really well, and he's just such a good guy to have on your team. As Tohi Smith-Milner get the party started.
He said, you guys having a shootout? I'm coming too. Smith-Milner and the rest of everybody in this gym, it feels like, just throwing money from downtown so far. Alea decides to get at the rim this time and draws the first foul of his South NBL career on Lukanen.
Well, it's always interesting when a new big comes into the league. We often see a bit of a first game blues in terms of foul trouble. So that's only Lukanen's first, but we'll have to see if he can hold out and try stay in this game for a wee bit longer as Sammy Dempster enters the game for Tohi Smith-Milner.
Kechelia scored 12 points against the Rams in round 2 of Sal's NBL this year. Both teams have already been put under the Rams spell. Both teams are losing to the multiple-time champions. Yeah,
2 contrasting games. You know, the Saints, they'll be incredibly disappointed with their last outing. Giants just falling short, but I definitely don't think that Saints loss was reflective of the lineup that they present.
Yeah, Giants just losing that game by 1. Gutting scenes.
See a turnover there. Cruz Pierre Hunt maybe thought that he got held on that one. McNaught threw the ball a bit early, but, you know, Saints get another turnover.
Sam Gold and Aubrey Chunga in the mix for the Saints, both playing some really valuable minutes in the Rapid League earlier this afternoon. Great back cut there from Pepper, the patience and the finish.
Yeah, great job there from Pepper, and McNaught's got a tough job because he has to make sure he gets over that screen, but Pepper showing he's very adept at backdoor cutting also, so McNaught's got a tough job tonight.
Lukanen just playing his role. Pierre Hunt can't find Dempster. Fortuitously falls to Lukanen and first Sal's NBL points. under the belt.
Great job there from Luukkonen in terms of a bit of a fortuitous pass, but good wee up and under finish.
Pepper. Great D there by Alex McNaught. Saints stay with it. Luukkonen making the life of Alia hard. Blocks it away. Oh, no, he doesn't.
And I would like to see this one on replay because, again, rolled through. Bit of a smile there on Alia's face. Luukkonen, I think, thought he got ball, but as we just talked about, it is a bit of a curse of the import big man coming into the league. Quick 2 fouls, has to sit down, but Smith-Milner coming in, not a bad guy to replace him.
I think you spoke that into existence, Tom.
Yeah, oh well. Sorry, Fitch.
Good thing you got the backup of Smith-Milner and Dempster, who can slide up. James Matthews, the young gun, getting some early minutes as well.
Yeah, love to see that. You know, James Matthews, we'll see right here on the replay. We'll see if it's... Couldn't quite catch that upstairs, but it's good to see James Matthews get into this game. You know, he was a guy, didn't have his greatest rapid league outing, but he is a guy that really puts a lot of pressure on the rim and then also puts a lot of pressure on defensively. So glad to see him get a chance.
That's quite the task on his hands, with Elijah Pepper being his defensive matchup as Liam Judd trying to give us a highlight reel. Didn't quite do it just then, but will head to the Chemist Warehouse. Yeah,
great job there from Judd, able to turn the corner and is incredibly athletic also. Maybe not quite as bouncy as Carlin Davison, but man, he had some highlight reel dunks last season. So has the three-pointer on lock and starting to get downhill to the rim too.
Product of Rangitoto College, I believe, Liam Judd. In his second season with the NBS Nelson Giants. He's also played 2 seasons for the Manawatu Jets earlier in his career and had such a good kind of trajectory. He's obviously earned himself a DP spot with the Breakers as well.
Actually taught my class last year too at Nelson Intermediate.
No way.
He did. Jack of all trades.
Oh, there you go. Aubrey Chunga, the young gun.
Great job there from Chunga. You see Jordan Hunt does that wee short roll. Chunga knows that he needs to cut. Sees the defender step up. Great dunk.
Per Hunt, so quick with his handle. Skips it over to Matthews. Has to shoot it. And makes it.
And I love that from James Matthews. Straight away, shooting with confidence. You see the Saints looking a hard show and rotate early, allowing James Matthews the room to shoot. Great job from the young man.
Davison sees the lane and likes it. Somehow makes the finish. Just teaches Matthews a thing or two about the league.
And then rolled him the ball for good fortune as well.
Take another look at that. Just gave him the too little almost. And a nice finish there from Davison. And Saints go back out in front.
I'll tell you what, if there's one young man that's going to be unfaulted by that, it'll be James Matthews. He's just all about his business. He won't be too phased about that.
And that's what you need, you know? The more experienced players, they're going to try and give that to you. Can't let it get to your head.
Absolutely not.
Judd had nowhere to go on that one. Had to go back to Per Hunt as we tick below 10 on the shot clock. Nice little in and out. Can't dump it off to Dempster. Dying seconds. Smith-Milner, that's nothing for him. It goes off to the right. Great defensive possession for the Saints.
Yeah, great job there from the Saints. Again, hard showing, trying to get the ball moving. Giants weren't able to hit the rotations in that instance, but overall great position there for the Saints.
Not a terrible shot for Smith-Milner. You know, his range extends quite far back.
Yeah, his jump shot is so effortless. Torrey Smith-Milner looks so comfortable, especially from the top of the key. He's automatic.
Lovely basketball there from the Saints. Nice touch off the glass for Alia.
And great footwork there from Alia too, able to evade the defender. Wee Euro step for the big man as McNaught straight away. James Matthews not on this instance.
Nice overboard there from Naughty. Doing it all to kick things off.
Yeah, really good. And this is what Alex McNaught needs to do as he gets his pocket picked right there by Pepper. But goes straight back and on the floor.
First to the floor.
And calls the player timeout.
Alex McNaught, how about that?
That's I have not seen that yet in the NBL with the introduction of the BNZ player timeout.
Oh, well done.
Yep.
Fitch just giving him the nod of approval as well.
And Fitch will love that. He's a guy that loves the smarts and little intricacies of the game. So to see McNaught get that there. But again, this is what Alex McNaught needs to do. If he's going to lead this team and have the keys, he needs to be aggressive and he needs to set the tone. And that's his way to do it.
There is your BNZ player timeout. Ticket to the big game. Make sure you scan that QR code for your chance to win tickets to this season's games. And as you can see, electric Get yourself to the Trafalgar Centre, get yourself to the hangar, or anywhere around the country for that case, because NZNBL is an exciting one this year. So the Giants have earned themselves another possession by way of Alex McNaught. Dempster pulls it from downtown, joins the three-point party.
And Sammy Dempster, as he does so well, needs to make sure, we talked about it, if there's a slight hand there, shoots it a wee bit higher, that thing is water.
Travel called for Davison, just tried to make the decision under pressure, turns the ball over.
And the Giants, like we talked about, they do get up for this Wellington Saints game, and they are for a start. And even though in some instances you may feel they're a bit mismatched on paper, they're punching well above their weight right now, which is great to see.
You called it. You called it. You knew they were going to get up for it.
Absolutely.
Dempster pressured by Alea. Judd likes that shot. Bangs it home. The Giants are absolutely tearing it up from downtown. Aaron Young has to call the timeout.
And then setting a wee pin down there, but you cannot go under on Liam Judd, especially if you've seen him hit one. You know, incredibly lights out shooter when he gets going, and hasn't had the best shooting start to the season, but as we know, he does so well. Catch and shoot, cannot let him get those ones going early.
7 3-point makes already so far for the Giants of 10 attempts, and we're 8 minutes into this game. What is this?
And we talked about that, and this was the same in Rapid League. In terms of the percentage of shots that were three-pointers, it was so high, and already 10 out of 13 shots for the Nelson Giants have been three-pointers. However, if you shoot 70%, man, keep letting them things fly.
Yeah, they're just going to keep going to it until it isn't working anymore. Saints lucky to just be trailing by 3 in this kind of instance. As Judd, like you said, hasn't had a great shooting start to the season, but has hit 2 triples already, now putting the Saints in their dominant scoring on the back foot. Of course, Pepper out of the game at this point as well, so they're going to have to come up with some ways to climb back in. Elias still smiling though.
Love that. And the crazy thing is too, the Saints are shooting at 75% right now, so it's not like they're not getting theirs, but they're just allowing the Giants to get theirs at the moment.
Davison with the point guard responsibilities. Little run and jump there from McNaught. Alea, Ingram, he's had a quiet start to this one. Look at the length of Alea. Finds Chunga in the corner. Who makes it count? Great answer from Chunga.
And love that from Chunga. You know, you're in a game, obviously a close game right now, having the youth but stepping in with confidence, great sign for the Saints.
Nice find from Alea there. So much gravity in his length. Judd, he's already hit 2. I think it's going to be a moving screen called by Clive on Tohi Smith-Milner. Trying to set that pin down for Judd.
Yeah, and Tohi Smith-Milner does a great job of setting those little screens. In that instance was moving, but does a great job of getting guys open.
Just his first of the ball game though, Smith-Milner, so not too much to worry about for Coach Fitch, as Chunga can't go back-to-back there from the corner. Hunt putting in a shift on the boards and comes up with it.
And that's where he does so well, Jordan Hunt. You see in this instance, was left alone a wee bit, and he's not a man you can leave alone because he does such a good job crashing the glass, running lane lines. Great guy to have on your team.
2 minutes to go in this one. Even Stevens. Davison. Alea. Great footwork from the big man and rattles it home.
Yeah, loving Alea's composure at going the rim, showing that he's got elite footwork. We've seen the Euro earlier, the wee up and under there. Great work.
Smith-Milner, the aggressive pass over to Judd. Had nowhere to go. McNaught has quietened down since his hot start. Finds Dempster. Matthews attacks the closeout. Judd, he's hit 2. Find his 3rd. Great rebound by Chunga.
But great offense there too from the Giants in terms of you had 2 paint touches there and you're kicking out to a wide open Liam Judd.
Hunt. Ingram. Just steps out of bounds. God, you hate that.
That's a killer. Phil Jones will be sitting there, best defender in the league. That was his famous commentary call when he was on the mic. Now back in the coaching staff.
2 points the lead for the Wellington Saints. Not much in it at all. Ticking tracking under the 1 minute mark to go here in the first quarter. It's been absolute scenes to start things off. Smith-Milner just loses his footing. Comes off of his foot and it'll be a turnover.
Great job there from Jordan Hunt. Toy Smith-Milner trying to get downhill. Hunt pulls the chair almost, allowing Smith-Milner to lose his balance. As you see in this instance, trying to get the contact. Hunt does a good job getting those hips out the way. Smith-Milner crashes to the ground.
Pepper stops on a dime and takes that one in the face by Matthews. Again, a very hard task for the young man.
It is a hard task, and it's one that Pepper's going to look at. He's going to see young blood in front of him and really try to attack. So up to James Matthews, try to create that contact, because Elijah Pepper, he's a big, strong guard.
Playing for the Perth Wildcats, Elijah Pepper debuted for the Boomers, the Australian Boomers, and just right on cue makes an acrobatic finish.
That is tough. Able to evade both the defenders. Toy Smith-Milner looked like he wanted to send that to next week, but able to get around it.
Had a freakishly good NBL 1 season a couple of years back. He was averaging like 40-odd points. It was ridiculous. Might see that in the Sal's NBL this year. Para Hunt, he's had a quiet start. Para Hunt, just 3 points.
Yeah, the Saints have looked at Cruz Para Hunt, obviously, as a focal point for this offense. Started with Dante Ingram on him and now starting to really show bodies, not trying to let him get going early.
Dying seconds of this one will go to Davidson, who tried to go upstairs to Alea, but just overshot it a little bit.
Yeah, and great job there from Davidson to slip out of that screen early. Had a good look, just didn't quite execute the pass.
Last possession here for the Giants. Cruz looks to push, finds some space, puts it up, and no good. That's all she wrote for the first quarter of action here. What a first quarter, Tom. Wowee.
Wow, we all right. It has been up and down. You know, the Saints still holding that 4-point lead. Giants made that nice wee comeback at the end, but we're in for a high-powered one this evening, Maya.
Let's hope we can keep this momentum. We'll be back just after a short break here on Sky Sport.
Dog Training Club. The aim of the game, one player at each end. 50 on marks, go! Now the charities tonight, much like the Pony Club, supports riders, build confidence, horsemanship and lifelong skills. Through fun, safety, community-based activities together. The Nelson Dog Training Club. Nelson Dog Training Club provides a supportive environment for dog lovers. Whether you're looking to compete with your dog or simply a well-based balanced canine in the member of your family. 3, 2, 1, who's our winner, girls? 10, 11, 20. We have our winner. It is Toby. Let's hear it for Toby. And thank you to NBS for supplying the sponsorship for tonight's Hoops for Charity. If you're looking for a great bag, you should be heading to NBS.
No Maioki Mai Stefano. Welcome back to the second quarter of action here, Sal's NBL, and we're delivering straight out the gates. 20% off any large pizza in this economy. You absolutely take it. Sal's score 26, or scan that QR code.
Great transition.
Thank you so much.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, take some notes, Tom.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I am.
Is that dinner on the way home for you?
Well, very well could be now after that transition. My goodness.
Thank you so much. It's my job, you know. I'm sure Casey Frank's very proud of me at home.
Yeah, he will be.
He is the king of the transition into a Sal's NBL deal. Back underway here after a flurry of scoring in the first quarter. It was exciting scenes. That guy right there, Judd, had 2 triples and some Chemist Warehouse free throws. Sam Gold looking to start things off, but Para Hunt just grabs that one in the passing lane. Judd, like I said, hit 2 already. Make that 3!
And a great sign there. Cruz Parrott Hunt, again, that wee inopportune. I thought with Elijah Pepper coming downhill, the Giants could have been in trouble, but able to capitalise down the other end. Going to be a wee bit of a zone at the moment. Looks like a wee bit of a point drop with Liam Judd patrolling that middle. But too easy catch, but block.
That's a nice recovery there from the Giants, who looked like they might have been in trouble. Lukanen back in the mix with 2 fouls. Cruz Parrott Hunt, oh my goodness me, it is absolutely raining.
And the Nelson Giants now, I believe that might be their 9th?
I think it's their 9th,
Their
correct.
9th three-pointer.
A lot of wide open space in the back of that zone there as Alea gets his 15th point of the game. Quite quiet.
Yeah, it's been very quiet, but so effective. I mean, well, that's what happens when you don't miss. The man is still, apart from one free throw, yet to miss.
Impressive 15 of 32 points came from Alea. McNaught had a good start to this one. Can't capitalise with a make.
Yeah, don't mind that from McNaught, though. Looking to still be aggressive. I think he's got to still continue to back himself. We see a quick take foul there on Cruz Parrott Hunt.
Jordan Hunt getting back in the mix as well. He'll give Sam Gold a break. Still yet to see Dante Ingram really put his teeth into this offense. Just the one shot attempt.
Yeah, well, he's a guy that can get going, and he knows these rims very well. So he's a guy to watch for later in this game as it goes on.
Played in 2018 for the Giants, did you say?
2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Must be very familiar with the hanger. Elijah Pepper, so good. Such a nice touch.
And great job there from Elijah Pepper. And it looks like the Giants are really trying to junk it up. Instead of a point drop, it looks like it's a 2-1-2. So really trying to pack in the paint. However, you cannot let Elijah Pepper just slice it up like that.
Parrott Hunt just hit one. Doesn't hit another, but gets the contact from Jordan Hunt.
And a big time there. Jordan Hunt won't be too happy with that one. But Cruz Parrott Hunt, no, this is a guy that 25 points a game. It's a really good opportunity for him to see a few go through the bucket in this instance.
Parrott Hunt, nice to see him transitioning to the Giants after a couple of seasons with the Phi. He last played for these guys in 2019, making his way back.
Correct. I actually have a message on my phone from Cruz Parrott Hunt saying, this was years ago, that before I retired, he would come back and play for the Nelson Giants. However, too late in the piece, Cruz. Too late in the piece. Devastating.
That is devastating.
However,
scenes.
good that he's here now. Good that he's here now.
Yeah, great pick up from Fitch and the Giants. Yeah, a little bit too late to play with one of the GOATs out of the Nelson Giants.
God, that is a disservice to the Nelson Giants if you are considering this man as a GOAT.
140 games, that is a great effort.
Yeah, that's about it.
Transitioning to a different role now. You can't stay away.
That's it. That's the one.
Nice couple of free throws. Chemist Warehouse Stripe, of course, adding to the caddy for the Chemist Warehouse and Basketball New Zealand Hoops and Schools program. Nice aggressive defense here for the Giants on the perimeter. Davidson gets around it though. Oh, blocked away by Smith-Milner, and he saves it. The athleticism on the man.
Torrey Smith-Milner does such a great job at contesting vertically, but the effort to get back, Smith-Milner.
Just stuffed it right back in the face of Davidson. The young buck on the vet trying to teach him a lesson. Parrott Hunt just can't get the touch on that finish. Davidson will surely be headhunting now. Nice skip to the corner. Hunt, it's a good look. He's a great shooter, the big man.
Yeah, it's a great look, and that's where the Saints are dangerous when they're pushing it back, but the Giants certainly aren't taking a backward step. They're trying to get right back as there, as you see Lukanen trying to get a seal early.
A very quick start to this quarter. Been really up and down, already 3 minutes in. Parrott Hunt steps back. Jordan Hunt did a good job to recover. Lukanen too far.
And I think if you're the Giants, you don't want to get caught in just letting the ball stick. When the ball starts getting side to side, you start looking to attack the paint. Good things happen.
Davidson from deep. And immediately a timeout for Fitch and the Nelson Giants. Don't want to let him get going.
And if Carlin Davison starts hitting threes, it is a really tough cover because as you see right there, he is so good at getting downhill. In that instance, Smith-Milner up to the challenge. But if Carlin Davison's hitting threes, this Wellington Saints team is a different beast all over again.
Not quite the same three-point game these two teams are having. 3 of 7 or 4 of 7 now sorry, for the Wellington Saints, but for the Nelson Giants, 9 of 15, a totally different play style.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's what's keeping the Giants in this game right now is just that shooting. However, the Wellington Saints are doing such a great job. The Giants have thrown a variety of different defenses. We've seen a bit of a point drop. We've seen a 2-1-2 zone. They started in a man, but they are still able to attack the paint, the Saints. So if you're the Nelson Giants, you cannot let guys like Elijah Pepper, Carlin Davison attack the rim and get going, and then could even start freeing up shooters. We could see the likes of Dante Ingram start to get going.
What do you think the Giants are going to come out in here? What's your guess?
If I could take a guess, I think they'll try to continue to stay in that zone, but I would make sure that low guy is really starting to step up, because the reality is the Saints they're still shooting the three at not a bad clip, but they're just not shooting a lot at the moment. So right now you got to try to protect that paint. So stay in that zone, but guys need to be ready to step up, rotate, not let cutters capitalize.
Both teams across the first 2 games have shot 31% from beyond the arc, so not the highest of percentages, just sitting in the middle of the pack. Giants changing that tune early in this one. Dempster uses the shot fake. McNaught has hit one off the front rim, and that'll stay with the Giants off of the Davison tip.
And again, McNaught stepping into that with confidence. You see Lucan in there, starting to try and make his presence felt, starting to shift some bodies, try and get no board.
McNaught, Lucan in. Can't find Dempster, skips it over to Judd, and he can jump high, but not that high.
Not quite on that instance. See, they ran the shooting play for Alex McNaught there to come off that stagger, maybe just to try and initiate some offense. But in that instance, I'd just like to see a simple pass, get it through hands, side to side.
Saints now a chance to extend on this lead. Giants opting to stay within their zone. Just a simple 2-3 now. Chunga, he's already hit one, is all alone and hits another.
And that's exactly how you break a zone. And you got a guy like Aubrey Chunga coming in, now second 3 of the evening. So he's starting to step in with confidence and try to get the Giants out of that zone.
6 points the lead, so out to 2 possessions it goes. Looking in, sets it on Parrott Hunt, pressured by Pepper.
Yeah, Elijah Pepper doing a great job of hounding Cruz Parrott Hunt. So see Alex McNaught getting another one up. Great hit from Alex McNaught.
And he's got to make that, right? If they're going to be in that hard show, that skip to the corner is open, and I love that he's hitting that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing there too, and that's a guy you do not want shooting a 3, but great job there from Alea.
What the heck? Just snatched it out of midair and somehow got the and one at the same time.
Alea is seriously controlling the paint right now. Not only with the attacks, but he's also looking for his teammates. But in this instance, you see here, great look from Pepper. Had to stretch back to Yucatan to catch that.
Catch Alea, just 25 years old. Played the previous ANBL season for the Southeastern Melbourne Phoenix. He's played in Canberra in NBL 1. He's played for Melbourne United as well, now bringing his talents across the ditch and showing us how he gets it done.
Yeah, the Saints do a really good job at bringing quality imports. And you see the 3 they've got this year, 3 proven players. So, again, makes this Saints outfit another dangerous one.
Aaron Young, the 2025 Sal's NBL Coach of the Year. Very well deserved. Obviously got the championship, but did a great job at constructing that roster as well. They were the team to beat from the get-go.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, Aaron Young, he's a guy that has continued to go from strength to strength, and the respect that he has in this league is immense throughout all the players, other coaching staff. So he does a great job with his teams and, you know, incredibly well-respected human being.
Playing against his former captain, of course, Alex McNaught, a product of St. Kentigern College. Won the secondary school national championship with Aaron Young. Both go on to do great things, of course. Tipped away by Davidson, that one goes.
And Sammy Dempster then there again, able to get stuck in, get his hands on that ball and chase that out. Carlin Davison tipping that one. But again, you see Liam Judd came off another pin down and Chunga wasn't quite attached. So he needs to make sure, cannot allow Judd to get too much breathing room on those catch and shoots.
don't know if you saw that, but Davidson and Fitch just exchanging some words. He was telling him to move out the way, and Fitch was like, I'm out of bounds.
Yeah,
you can't argue with me.
We see a cheeky grin there. I'd love to see if this game gets a bit closer, how that demeanour changes a wee bit.
Dempster. Great shot for Dempster and a nice O-board for the finish. Oh, how did he make that work? Luukkonen.
Great job there from Luukkonen, able to hold the ball. Everyone was denied. Seeing that Jordan Hunt slightly overstepped. Takes that big slow step in, that big finish step.
Big finish step. Nice to see what you've done there, Tom. Very clever. Foul down low. I believe, is that on Luukkonen? It's his third if so.
I'm sorry, Fitch.
You really have gone and jinxed him.
But it is common, because the reality is a lot of imports come in and they feel the game is called differently. So we do see a lot of imports come in and maybe struggle with the contact, and obviously the European game can tend to be a wee bit more physical. Touch fouls aren't quite as common, and you see there Luukkonen unlucky because he was really starting to make his impact in this game.
You'll expect that to be a pretty quick adjustment though for Luukkonen.
Yeah, 100%. And that happens with a lot of imports. It takes 1 or 2 games, then after that they get an understanding of how things work, and then they're good to go. Especially
the big men, you know, that's the most physical part of this game is Alea. Right on cue, the big man himself travels.
You have had quite a few happy feet in this instances. Guys looking to attack the rim, moving that pivot foot. And I tell you what, Alea seems to be smiling this whole game. That smile has not dropped off once, even after a turnover. So credit to the man.
Yeah, Aaron Young called a timeout and he absolutely sprayed them, and he came out of it smiling. It's impressive.
And a foul.
Yeah, another foul on the three-point line. We just had one earlier on Cruzpera Hunt.
Yeah, looks like Latu checking into the game, and then unfortunate there, his first play has to be fouling Toy Smith-Milner shooting that 3. Again, you definitely don't want Smith-Milner shooting that 3, but try get a side contest if you're a wee bit late.
Latu actually had the game winner in the Rapid League game earlier today.
Yes, he did, and that Saints effort, about 5 or 6 offensive rebounds in the last what seemed like 10 seconds to get away with it, and Latu coming up big. So good to see him getting a go in the NBL too.
Right on the buzzer as well, so definitely earned himself some minutes in this one. Of course, not ideal to send Tohi Smith-Milner, a long time Sal's NBL veteran, to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Last played for the Nelson Giants in 2018.
Fond memories of that year.
Is that right?
With Toy Smith-Milner, yeah. Great teammate, great guy to have on your team. A lot of good guys on that team, actually. One of the more fond memories, that 2018 season, for sure.
So good to hear. He's played, just before the season kicked off, 142 games in the Sal's NBL over, debuted in 2012, so still kicking.
Still going, the old master.
McNaught pressured by Ingram. Skips it over to Dempster. A little bit loopy, so arrived there late. Dying seconds of this one. Dempster fades away. Oh, how about that from Sammy D?
And we've seen one over the left shoulder in the Rapid League game, and now that we fade away over the right shoulder, Sammy D's got it going, which is fantastic if you're a Nelson Giants fan.
What did you say, Charles Barkley-esque?
Charles Barkley-esque.
Oh, there he is on the other end, getting it done.
There he is.
Scores are all tied up. Tara Hunt just overshot that one a little bit.
Yeah, good slip there from Toy Smith-Milner. Right idea. Tried to beat the show, but didn't quite execute the pass.
Nice patience here from the Saints. Get it into Alea, who has not missed a field goal. There he is again, using his footwork, the touch of the glass.
And Alea is a tough cover. His footwork is on point. You know, he had the smaller Sam Dempster on him, and Sam Dempster did a great job, you know, staying in front. But ultimately, Alea's footwork able to seal Dempster on the up and under. Easy finish.
20 points now for Alea, and like I said, hasn't missed a field goal to go along with 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Tara Hunt just having a quick corridor with Sam Bukfadzian. Bit of a hold up in the Trafalgar Centre, smoothing over some details with our lovely volunteers. And we're back underway by way of Cruzpera Hunt. Nice bit of pace. Gets The on ball from Dempster. Nice pass in from Smith-Milner. Back out to Judd. Didn't have a lot of space. Loses it.
Yeah, tough one there. And Sam Dempster, I think, probably had Elijah Pepper on him again. Could have maybe tried to get back in and try to bully his way down, but good kick out to Judd. Couldn't quite execute.
Pepper just splits the double team. And Terry Hunt's calling for a travel, but referee's going to decide it is ultimately a foul.
Yeah, Pepper's an incredibly tough cover. I mean, that's a guy you cannot give him any airspace to shoot the ball, but you're seeing right here, in terms of coming off there, able to split the screen. It's fast, strong, and then takes the contact there.
A great facilitator too, right? So
yes,
really dangerous when getting downhill.
Yeah, 7 assists a game, and I think that's going to continue to go up with the way he plays and the attention that he draws. So it's a great get from the Wellington Saints.
Yeah, 25.5 points per game, 7 assists, 6 rebounds over the first 2 games, shooting it at 42% from the field on 20 field goal attempts.
And I think from what we've seen of him in NBL 1, that could only go up. So he's one to watch.
Pass into Alea. Skips it over to Davidson, but Judd takes it away.
Showtime.
Here we go, leaping Liam Judd puts on a show for us here in the NBS Nelson Giants hometown.
And that was a great job there to Elijah Pepper. That is a way to silence the hometown crowd. Is just comes down transition, shoots that with confidence.
What else can you do? That is the best answer you could ask for. Saints go back out in front. Giants crowd still, of course, loving that dunk from Liam Judd. Sammy D. Hunt is back with an even better highlight.
And the wee chest bump, that man is pumped up right now. But I tell you what, if there's 3 things that are guaranteed in life. There's death, taxes, and a Sammy D up fake, go to his left, finish. And you got to know that on the scout, because I tell you what, he is elite at that.
And still loving it all these years later.
Man, keep it going, Sammy. Go 5 more. Why not?
Do you know what I just love to see on his player bio is just Nelson Giants 2008 till present. I was 5 years old when he made his Giants debut.
I actually still remember his Giants debut, and I remember the hair, the Sammy
No,
D,
there was hair.
Sammy D hair. There was a wee mohawk. Disappeared quick, but he had it.
One of the most longest serving players in all of the Sal's NBL. You just love, love, love to see it from Sammy D, and still kicking. He's got plenty left in him.
Yep, absolutely he does. See, James Matthews back in the game too, which is great to see. Was impressed with his start, so it's good to see him get another go at it.
A lot of pressure here on the perimeter from the Saints. Dying seconds of the shot clock, but Ingram gets a foul on the jump switch.
Yeah, and Ingram really looking to, he hasn't got it going on offense yet, but doing a really good job at getting out there to see Liam Judd. Showtime.
Look out below, Liam Judd. Just got to see one from Carlin Davidson, and then we've ticked it all off.
Yeah, I was about, well, it couldn't be too far away. As we know, you can't keep a good man down, and Carlin Davidson, he's definitely got some highlights.
Hasn't got one yet either, so he'll be desperate.
Yeah, only 4 field goal attempts from Carlin Davidson right now, so there'll be something, I think, when the game opens up a wee bit more. Right now, the Giants have slowed the Saints down a wee bit in recent times, apart from that Elijah Pepper transition 3. But if this game starts to open up, you need to watch out for Carlin Davidson.
Judd makes the first from the Chemist Warehouse. He's at 13 points now, much better outing than his first 2.
And it's great to see with Liam Judd. See, it looks like a timeout being taken, but it's great to see with Liam Judd, you know, had that development player deal with the New Zealand Breakers, looking to grow his game, and he's a guy, you know, he stays true to the grind, he works incredibly hard, and to see him, you know, continue to grow and develop, I think the future is really bright for Liam Judd.
Yeah, still very young, just 24 years old. Of course, in his second season with the Nelson Giants, like you said, earned himself a development player spot with the Breakers. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets to come back. Actually debuted as well, became Breaker 168.
There you go. Quick stat. How good.
Thank you, Mike Lacey. Have to give all love to the GOAT Mike Lacey, the Lacey Lowdown, who gives us the NBL player bios, just works relentlessly to make those possible.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's a bona fide GOAT. There's no debate on that one. That is locked in.
You won't say anything debatable about that because we know that he is the GOAT.
Yeah. When it comes to stats, New Zealand NBL, he's your man.
He is your man. So thanks, Mike Lacey, for all the work you do. Take another look at the leaping Liam Judd.
One more time.
As soon as you get that stair lay, you just know what's happening, and it's that.
Yep, and if you can jump like that, even better. If you're someone that's maybe a bit of a land shark, you know you're not going to get the highlight package, but still, easy 2 points regardless.
And that was a humble dunk from Liam Judd as well.
That was a humble dunk. You know, he's got a few tricks up his sleeve. We've seen that last season at the hangar, so keeping it humble early stages of the game.
Aggressive defense out the gates here from the Giants. Saints break it well, an easy lay there for Jordan Hunt.
And that's the risk you play if you're the Nelson Giants and you try to get up and you get a trap. Obviously great if you get a steal, but if you allow the Saints to get out and run, it is a guaranteed bucket.
Milner over to Dempster. Davidson defends it well, pokes it away. McNaught confident. In the mouth of Davidson, Alex McNaught.
Throwing the three up too. The man is feeling himself. Slips at Carlin Davidson straight in the eyes. Bang, bang.
Double digits for Alex McNaught. 11 points, 3 triples.
And still staying in the zone here, the Giants trying to junk it up. You see Carlin Davidson able to work, but if they can keep the Saints on the perimeter, it's going to be effective. And as I say that, Elijah Pepper slicing and dicing.
Such a good creator, Elijah Pepper. Got downhill last second, dumped it off to Jordan Hunt. Right place, right time, and one of the best finishers in the Sal's NBL. Nickel just coming across there a little bit too late as Fitch will use his last time out of the half. They're up by 1, but really been trading punches.
Yeah, really have been. And as we talked about, the Giants, they're definitely up for this one. And the fact they're 0-2 in the season so far, you know, this is a game they need. And if they can get the Saints on their own home floor, it's going to set themselves in good stead for the rest of the season. They've had two tough ones against the Nuggets team, undefeated, and then a Rams team that's going incredibly well too. So a tough start schedule-wise. So it'd be great if they could get a win.
That is a really tough start to the season in terms of schedule. Of course, nothing really gets easier from here on out, but it's a team that's looking to bounce back after a disappointing 2025 output for the Nelson Giants. Started to really piece things together near the end of their season last year, but they'll definitely want to bounce back a little bit better. Yeah,
absolutely. And I think getting a team in place and getting continuity, you know, you put Lucan in the mix now, you're starting to get that filled out roster, because in terms of the bench, very youthful, but it also is a good opportunity for guys to step up. You see James Matthews had a good go at it. Elijah Inwood's been a guy in Rapid League who has made some waves and has got some minutes in the NBL. So again, the more depth you can get through the imports, the better chance you tend to have in this league.
Well, great signs for the Giants nonetheless that they are competing with the Saints team. It's just the one import and then some talented Kiwis.
Yeah, that's it. And I think with room for 2 more, it'll be interesting to see what Mike Fitchett does as we see the breakdown here. Alex McNaught, has he got more magic left?
4 seconds on the shot clock. Lukanen, the finish man, fades away and doesn't hit anything. So it'll be an inbound here for the Wellington Saints. Of course, still have their BNZ player timeout. You can see Davidson in the corner of your screen there, telling him to call it.
Yeah, you see the Giants getting Parrott Hunt and Lukanen out the game now. Try to save them for fouls. As there you go, your BNZ player timeout.
Yeah, you can scan that QR code that pops up on your screen there for your chance to win a ticket to the big game. 5,000 tickets available thanks to BNZ for your school, sport or community groups. Just scan that QR code, fill out your group's details and grab your ticket to the big game. Trust me, they are putting on the show up and down the Motu. Every NBL arena that I've been in just absolutely puts it on, so you don't want to miss your chance. 4 seconds. Who are they going to here?
I think you've got to go to Elijah Pepper. Come off, and he's got time to either get a shot for himself or make things happen, get downhill. You got 2 bigs in Alea and Hunt that are at right place, right time. But to me, Pepper's the guy. But he's inbounding.
Ingram is going to go small ball against Matthews, and fair enough. That's one way to get your first bucket of the game.
Well, I was about to say, as soon as I seen that matchup with James Matthews being stuck there on Dante Ingram, that's a tough cover. So you got to go to the mismatch.
And there's Aaliyah, just smiling again, having a great time with his mates, just playing hoops. And that will be half-time, just trading punches back and forth. It is a close game here, and Tom, I think we can confidently say it's going to be this way for the rest of the game.
Yeah, well, at this rate, I mean, the Giants have done a good job at firstly shooting the ball, but slowing the pace down a wee bit for the Saints and not allowing them to get out and run. So I think we're in for a sniff this second half.
54 plays 53. We'll be back very shortly for some Chemist Warehouse stats.
Half-time entertainment. Let's call on the players. We have... Number 4, Tyrone. Number 8, Leif. And number 6, Hamish. And against him for the Rebels, number 6, Scott. Number 8, Jacob. Number 10, Lisa. 15 is Finbar. And number 17, Amanda. Let's support our inclusive league basketballers. The league has been running inclusive basketball in Nelson for 21 years. Sponsored by Filton Hogan. 3 divisions play in a competition held on Sundays at Saxon Stadium. New players and volunteers and spectators are always welcome. So now's the time, if you're feeling thirsty or hungry, head to that canteen in the foyer, get some McCashin's fizzy drinks, some Sal's authentic New York pizza, hot dogs and chips. Let's hear it for the Blue Rebels. Lisa with the ball, she's doing a great job. Go Scotty, go Scotty. So close. The Warriors get another 2. Now remember tonight, I'm looking for a GJ Gardner home team fan. Now last week, we gave it away to one guy over the right here. So who's it going to be tonight? You have to make some noise right through the game. And we're looking for one person to be the GJ Gardner home team fan. Now Nelson Airport, if you think you are our biggest Giants fan, Nelson Airport have put up a massive prize. Nelson Airport is offering an amazing chance to win flights, accommodation and courtside tickets for 2 to watch the Giants play the Saints up in Wellington on Friday the 26th of June. I know I'd love to be there. Get up to watch them lose to us again. The winners of the Flyer fan competition will head up with the team on Friday 26th and return on Sunday 27th of June. Entries close on Monday 25th.
No mai hoki mai, e te whānau. Before we get into anything else, Tom, you've got to acknowledge just the absolute scenes that we are seeing here. You've just been talking to me about the league that plays in Nelson on a Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. The Fulton Hogan Basketball League you're seeing on the TV right now. So honestly, it is the most heartwarming stuff. So it's good to see them out there on the hangar floor getting after it.
Love to see it as we take a look in the Nelson Giants changing room. A calm-looking Nelson Giants team and a calm-looking Fitch as they trailed by just 1 point.
Yeah, I was about to say, I haven't really ever seen Fitch sit down in a locker room before. He tends to be standing up pacing, so this is a very calm Mike Fitchett we see right now.
Must be pretty happy with the first half effort from the boys.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the Giants have shown really good signs early doors, so the fact that they're right in it with the Saints right now, as we see Fulton Hogan, here we go, getting after it. I love it. My man Jacob there directing traffic on screen. Yes, boy.
There he is. point guard duties. Yep, get out of there, give him the ball. And I hear there's a volunteer lady who runs it all. Give her some love.
Yeah, so there she is. You see on screen there, you see Heather and Dick Walker, incredible people. So shout out them. But in terms of the game right now, we got a game going, Maya.
Yeah, Leo just having himself an absolute blinder, has not missed yet and has 20 points. And then Liam Judd leading the way for the Giants.
Yeah, it has been a shootout all around. I mean, both teams shooting the ball at a very high clip. The rebounds being shared throughout. No one really dominating, apart from Alea, who's really made his presence felt in the paint.
And of course, Elijah Pepper facilitating alongside Hunt and Davidson, and then Smith, Milner, Pierre, Hunt, and McNaught.
Yeah, Alex McNaught, I think, has had a really good first half. He's been incredibly aggressive, which we talked about. 11 points for him. You see right there, he's got a block as well. But Alex McNaught, if he's going to be given the keys to this offense, he needs to continue to be aggressive. So I think he's playing a big part in this Giants' close effort so far too.
It's definitely a massive second half effort ahead. Will the Wellington Saints put pedal to the metal and pull away, or the Giants continue to chip at it? We'll take a look not long after this break here on Sky Sport.
Our last 30 seconds, let's support these guys. Let's hear it for the Sports Trust Basketball League. Inclusive basketball in Nelson. Warriors green team and the Rebels blue team. Weren't they fantastic, Nelson? One big cheer for them. Hooray! We're down to under 5 minutes to go. So if you need to get some food, head to the canteen. Hot dogs, sells authentic New York pizzas, McCash's fizzy drinks, and of course, hit the bar for the McCash's beers, craft beers, and the Hunter's wines, and non-alcoholic and low-alcoholic drinks at the bar also. These guys look pretty loud. Are you guys having a great time tonight? Yeah? Who's going to win tonight? Yeah, I think they can say the Giants are going to win. It's only 1 point in it, right? Can you believe it? We are holding them out tonight. Those Saints having to work super hard. Our crowd is giving them heaps. And of course, we're looking for our GJ Gardner home man for tonight. There's a few people in the running. I've seen some over in the stand over here. Not many over the other stand though. They're getting dominated tonight. Coach Earns.
No mai hoki mai, e te whānau. Welcome back here to Sal's NBL Saturday Night Entertainment. The NBS Nelson Giants trailing by just 1 at home against the defending champions, the Wellington Saints, but nonetheless, the faithful Nelson Giants fans are loyal. Scan the QR code and have your say. Maya Williamson joined by one of the Nelson Giant greats himself, Tom Ingham. And you're enjoying watching your former team getting up and amongst?
Yeah, I am. I'm enjoying them stepping up to the challenge. I mean, this Wellington Saints team, we've talked about it, is an incredible outfit. But, you know, this Giants team with only one import is not taking a backward step. So really interested to see how this next 20 minutes plays out.
A great atmosphere, of course, here in the Trafalgar Centre, otherwise known as the Hangar. Always doing a great job at almost selling out. Teams getting amongst from the corporate tables. Any aunties, cousins?
Nah, haven't seen any yet, but definitely on the lookout to see any old students, anyone. So yeah, I've seen Finn Delaney's appearance in the crowd before. So
there you go.
There was one familiar face.
An impressive first half effort from the Nelson Giants, who have shot the absolute lights out of it. 11 of 20 from downtown. 20 of their 32 shot attempts from the three-point line.
And it's wild, but they've done the same thing in Rapid League, so maybe it's the way the Giants want to play. But I mean, if you're shooting the ball that well, fantastic. I think the big thing for the Giants, they need to make sure they're not resting on that, and they're ensuring they're still trying to get into the paint. But if you do get drive and kick threes, man, the way they're shooting it, keep letting it fly.
Liam Judd having an impressive outing himself, 14 points. He's leading the way for the Nelson Giants, 3 of 5 from deep. And Akich Aliyah, 20 points off of a perfect performance so far from the field, adding 4 rebounds, 3 assists and a steal to that tally as well.
Yeah, Aliyah has just shown such elite footwork for a big man, you know, not only in terms of his pick and roll, but actually coming off the dribble as well. So, you know, a big thing now with Luukkonen as well coming back in. Can he stay out of foul trouble and really start to assert himself as the lone Giants import in this game?
3 early personal fouls for Luukkonen, really getting to know the NZNBL way after Tom gave him a little commentator's curse.
Yeah, stop bringing that up, Maya. I'm going to get a message from Fitch after this game. Complete spray on the cards.
Underway here in the second half. The crowd is on their feet, and so are we. We've got a big 20 minutes ahead here in the Trafalgar Centre. The defending champions are in town. The Giants are competing, and an easy 2 to kick things off for Davidson.
Yeah, and that's one you cannot get early doors. You know, the Giants have done not a bad job of hitting the paint in patches, but you cannot come out after half-time and let Carlin Davison cut straight downhill.
Ignored, skips it over to Smith Milner. A great look for the big man. Davidson, a massive rebound.
Yeah, Luukkonen really trying to push his way in there too, but Carlin Davison, Bunny's just a bit too big.
Aliyah floats it up to Ingram. It's tipped away by Luukkonen, who saves the day.
And that's one of the big things that Luukkonen came in with. You know, he's a guy who's a high-energy person who is really going to help that Giants effort. You see right now, straight into Jordan Hunt. But a big get for the Giants.
Nice backdoor pass to Pepper. Gets the fadeaway to go. He is just so money.
Yeah, he's electric, is Elijah Pepper. You know, all 3 levels he scores that ball really well. You see Luukkonen trying to get straight back in.
Had nowhere to go. Saints calling for a travel. Got away with one. Nice pass in there from Pepper Hunt, but stolen away from the Saints. Pushing the pace, and how about that? Pepper to Hunt.
Yeah, and Jordan Hunt, as it's talked about every time he plays a game on a broadcast, he runs rim to rim better than anybody else in the league. And Elijah Pepper doing a great job finding him there.
8 points now for Jordan Hunt, 4 of 5, and that was Elijah Pepper's 6th assist. What a game that Alex McNaught is having. His 4th triple.
Yeah, Alex McNaught, we talked about it. It's something that he needs to be doing, needs to be aggressive, needs to shoot the ball. And if he's going as well, it gives the Giants another threat.
Davidson hasn't hit one yet from downtown. Oh, pardon me, he has hit one. He's 1 from 1, now 1 from 2. Pepper Hunt taking drops coverage. Nice pull-up jumper. Perfect.
Yeah, Cruz going right into that stride step pull-up is really dangerous. You know, he's scored a lot of times that way so far this season. So great look from him.
Nice backdoor cut there from Pepper. Alea just couldn't quite find him. Bit of congestion here offensively. Hunt just has such good hands. Managed to still get one up, but a rare miss from down under. McNaught slows things up. For Hunt. Smith-Milner just buried Ingram down low, and he gives up the foul.
Yeah, and great job there, you know, Ingram getting the front on Toi Smith-Milner for a start, not allowing Alex McNaught to make that pass. McNaught has the awareness to swing it back to Parrott Hunt, and Parrott Hunt eventually able to get it to Smith-Milner in that high-low action. But going back to Elijah Pepper, man, I think the most impressive thing about him is his motor. That man just does not stop moving the entire time.
On both ends
go.
Both ends of the floor, right? Like, he's got a hard task of course, guarding Alex McNaught, and then moving on and off the ball offensively is Liam Judd. Is that his 4th triple of the game? Yes, it is. He's been so impressive today.
Yeah, well, him and Alex McNaught combined for 8 threes, roommates. So, you know, that household is popping off at the moment.
Wonder what the pre-game ritual was to get them fired up for this one.
As we see again, showtime.
Hey, look out below. Liam Judd, the roommate connection. And the Giants go out in front, putting on an absolute show. Dramatic pass there from McNaught, put his body into it.
I was about to say, I want to get another clip of that one in terms of seeing, but if we can get a close-up on Alex McNaught and that body motion as he threw that pass, that was something else, but dime.
Not the most athletic-looking pass, potentially.
Here we go.
Cameraman did him so dirty.
Well done. Oh, God. Get that on your Twitch, Naughty.
He probably felt a lot cooler throwing that than he looked, unfortunately. But nonetheless, it's a lead for the Giants.
Result to result. Another dime for the Nelson Giants assist leader so far this season, Alex McNaught.
14 points, 4 of 5 from 3, and 3 assists. He's having the game of his life.
He really is, and you know, for already, but it's something that he needs to make sure we talked about in the break, that in terms of the Giants. One more time. One more, Tony.
Oh, too good.
Oh my goodness, that is great. We talked about in the break, you know, the Nelson Giants historically haven't been elite in third quarters, but have come out in the break, and have been fantastic so far to start.
Saints on the back foot now after some back-to-back impressive highlights, including a great pass from Alex McNaught. He'll never forget that. And there he is in the passing lane. Makes life hard for Elijah Pepper.
And yeah, that's what he needs to do. You know, he's obviously got it going on offense, and you know, Elijah Pepper is more than likely still going to get his, but you want to make him work for every touch, every bucket that he gets.
Sal's NBL highlight show here on Sky Sport each Tuesday. Sure, we're going to see that pass from Alex McNaught on there. How many times can we bring it up, do you reckon?
I don't know, but we got a few more left in the tank, I reckon, Maya.
Hunt uses the punch screen from Smith-Milner. Finds Lukanen, clearly not wanting to let it go from deep, and Ingram just picks up another foul there. That's his 3rd.
Yeah, Lukanen getting the rip in that instance, and you know, Dante Ingram getting his hands in the cookie jar. But you know, this is a guy, again, we talked about comfortable on these rims, but hasn't really got going so far tonight. So, you know, still got a wee bit of time to make his mark on this game. We see him subbing out Chunga, who had a great first half, coming back into this game.
Yeah, a couple of triples off the bench for Aubrey Chunga. And another bucket put him up to 8 points. Nice play there from McNaught, keeping it in bounds. Absolutely suffocated as the big man, and he turns it over just 3 seconds in the key. Had nowhere to go.
No, he did a really good job. They sent the double, but then able to get back out to the shooters, making it hard for Lukanen. So great job there from the Wellington Saints.
Pepper. Loving this matchup between McNaught and Pepper at the moment.
Yeah, Alex McNaught definitely not shying away from the challenge. It's great to see.
Gets the on ball from Davidson. Likes that pull up. Pepper, he does not miss in that range.
Yeah, that one is way too easy. You know, going both left and right, but you cannot allow him to stop pulling up as McNaught straight back at him. Love that from Alex McNaught. Good look from Cruz Parrott Hunt also.
Just couldn't make it count, but Parrott Hunt is a high caliber 3-point shooter. Like you said, Tom, not a bad look for the Nelson Giants. What can the Saints do to respond? Chunga to his right hand. Great Pinoy step, just took the slow one and got it off the backboard.
Yeah, and for such a young player, he just has such great composure to his game. You know, I love how he's able to stop there, take the slow step, the Pinoy step, love that. Elijah Pepper.
I don't know if we're going to get a dunk out of Elijah Pepper, but maybe not. Just an easy 2 points, and he's all fizzed up now as the Saints have pushed themselves back out in front. McNaught to answer. Tara Hunt thought about it for a second and buried it. Back to an even ball game.
The Nelson Giants up to their 14th three of the evening. Man, fun fact, Nelson Giants put 14 threes and have only attempted 14 twos.
Living and dying by it.
Absolutely, the embodiment.
And currently living by it as Lucan and Sam Gold get caught up on the baseline. Referees are going to have a quick corridor about that one as Elijah Pepper just absolutely snatched it.
And he just doesn't stop, does he? He just goes and goes and goes.
Up to 17 points now, 2 rebounds, 6 assists and 2 steals. 61% from the field. Having a tough outing so far from 3, just 1 for 5, which is uncharacteristic, but just making up for it in other areas.
Yeah, I think the Giants, there's obviously been a talk in their scout in terms of make sure you run him off the line, but yeah, mid-range into the cup, he's been incredibly effective.
Tara Hunt just hit one from that spot, floats it over to Judd. 2 athletes guarding each other here. Giants running out of options. Love that from Tara Hunt, but just falls short.
Yeah, again, going to the right, super effective from Cruz. Wee bit short on that instance, but a good look for the end of shot clock.
Pepper rejects the on ball, decides to use it. Davidson, Chunga, Gold. Great offense.
Yeah, and great job there from Gold to, jump off 2 feet, nice and composed. Dempster tried to get across and draw the charge, but great composure there from Gold.
Lukanen spins back baseline, gets it stripped. It'll be Saints possession. Thought from...
Yeah.
We'll take a look at that because Davidson did strip it away, but may have come off the leg of Lukanen.
Yeah, look, first glimpse, I would have to say that's maybe a bit rough. However, our officials, they had a closer view than both you and myself, Maya. So
exactly right.
Yep, we won't argue with it.
And luckily the faithful Nelson Giants crowd letting him here.
They will be letting Corey Hogg hear all about that one, especially him being a Nelson local himself.
You got to do it.
Yep, absolutely.
Davison gets the on ball from Hunt. He turns the corner. Chunga just leaves that one short, running out of time. Hesitated a little bit, the youngster.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, had to shoot it, and he's shown that he's got the touch, so I'd like to see him shoot that with confidence.
2 points the lead now for the Saints. It's really traded back and forth, and Tom, you alluded to off here the fact that third quarter, notoriously the Achilles heel for the Nelson Giants, but hasn't seemed that way so far.
Nah, it looked like the Saints at first with an early Carlin Davison cut. They were going to start to blow it out a wee bit, but the Giants straight back to him. So let's see how it keeps transpiring the rest of this game.
Davidson. Oh, the no-look to Aubrey Chunga. Oh, and he gives the little vision eyes as well, the point guard-esque from Davidson.
How good. I love that awareness from Chunga as well. Able to see that, they were paying attention to Hunt as a shooter. Great cut.
Really enjoying what I'm seeing from Carlin Davison and elevating his playmaking role with the Saints this year. Obviously was the main offensive focal point of the Taranaki years, the last couple of years, but he's done a great job at playing the point guard under Aaron Young.
Yeah, and he does because he's so elusive. As a big-time hit there from Gold, which is going to mean Mike Fitchett takes a timeout. But what I love about Carlin Davison is his ability. He's so elusive at getting downhill, but then he is an incredible facilitator, both at seeing cutters to the hoop, but then also hitting shooters too.
Back out to the biggest lead we've had today, go the Saints. 73 plays 66. It's been trading punches for a majority of this one, but just a couple of nicely executed offensive plays and some turnovers for the Giants, and it's back out to 7.
And that's the thing about when you play a quality team like the Wellington Saints, you cannot have lapses. As soon as you have lapses, this can happen. They can go on wee 10-0 runs real quick, and you see right there a quick 10-0 run, 73-66. So, you know, if you're the Giants, you've got to regroup and ensure you can come out of this timeout and be effective and try put a wee dent in this lead.
What's the answer here out of this timeout for the Giants? No pressure.
No pressure. No, I think the thing right now is I think you just got to get back to basics in terms of offensively getting the ball moving side to side, look to attack the rim, but then I think offensively you cannot let the Saints get downhill. Try slow them down. They had a lot of success with their zone in terms of junking it up for a wee bit. So maybe it's saying you look at going back and junking it up, trying to slow the Saints down, trying to slow their pace down, so then you can get back down on offense and be effective.
Just under 3 minutes to go here in this third quarter action. It's been a close one all the way through. Would love to see it stay that way. I'm sure the host, the Nelson Giants, would as well. A young gun battle here, James Matthews and Aubrey Chunga getting some well-deserved minutes. Judd, he's hit 4 already. Can't make it a 5th.
Yeah, better offense from the Giants, trying to get a bit of motion for a start. A good look for a Liam Judd shot. Again, already hit 4 threes, but now you got to try junk it up for the Saints and cannot let them get downhill.
Ingram gives it to Chunga, who gets it back up to Pepper. Oh, behind the back to Hunt. Kisses it off to finish the highlight play.
And a heck of a pass, but also great awareness from Jordan Hunt. Seeing that Toy Smith-Milner is looking a hard show, slips out of that early, pops, makes himself wide open for 3.
First double-digit lead of the game for the Wellington Saints. But James Matthews has something to say about it.
Big time from James Matthews, and that is what cannot happen. They cannot get downhill and get easy buckets. You got to reward the young fella for hitting the 3 and not allow that easy transition bucket.
Clap back dunk there for Aubrey Chunga. Like you said, just a coach killer after a momentum swing. Giants back out on the back foot. And it's blocked away, I believe, by Chunga. Matthews comes up with it, leaves it short. Here come the Saints again in transition. Pepper dancing with it.
Great job there from James Matthews, able to slow that down. It looked like Pepper was out for another transition bucket.
Gold, he's already hit 1. Just falls into the hands of Smith-Milner. Giants opting to just slow things down here. Judd thought about it. Back to Dempster. Into single digits on the shot clock now. Skips it over to Matthews. Tries to attack the closeout. They're running out of time. The young gun tries to get it up off the back rim. Not a bad effort.
Not a bad look there from James Matthews. Able to just slightly get past Pepper, but the help was just a wee bit too much in the end. But now Saints have a chance to put this to double digits. It's Dante Ingram looking a bit ginger right now.
They had real game control over these last couple of minutes, the Saints. Gold doesn't go any better from the opposite corner. Last possession of this quarter for the Giants. How about that? Elijah Pepper, the motor, it does not stop.
It does not, and that's the thing. He's been up and in the whole game and then has been dictating down the offensive end too. And now has another opportunity, as we see there, Alex McNaught foul, but not in the penalty yet. So still got a lot of fouls to get to the penalty. So another chance for Elijah Pepper to have a crack at it.
And just his first, Alex McNaught, so not a bad foul to give up against Pepper, as Ingram is going to head to the bench, and like you said, looking pretty ginger. Can't even put pressure on that one. So I hope he's okay.
Yeah, and he's definitely not one to shy away from a challenge, Dante. It's a tough dude, so, you know, I hope he's all good.
Last second to this one, Elijah Pepper stops on a dime, almost a pass to Davidson, who just gets caught on the rim, and these guys are having a hell of a time.
And I tell you what, there's smiles being thrown around. You best bet that Alea is going to be in the mix. That man is all teeth, all grin.
All teeth, all the time. McNaught will launch it. An impressive third quarter effort from the Saints. That's probably the third quarter you might have been expecting from the Nelson Giants, Tom.
Yeah, well, I mean, but that's the thing. The Saints, they're always going to start to come out and be a bit more explosive. I do still think the Giants did a pretty good job at weathering the storm ultimately it was just that last couple of minutes where they started to pull away a wee bit, but it's still within reach. So let's see how tough this Giants team is and they can stay in the mix.
10 minutes to go. The defending champions look to put Nelson Giants to 0-3 on the season. Will they do it? We'll find out after this break here on Sky Sport.
Tonight, if we earn 90 points, which is looking like we could do tonight, at Sal's, you can go in tomorrow and show your ticket and get a $30 pepperoni pizza. If we don't make 90 points, you can go in with your ticket tomorrow to Sal's up at Trafalgar Street and get a $35 pepperoni pizza, which is a heck of a deal. Tomorrow only. Sal's Authentic New York Pizza. Our winner tonight is Xavier. Let's hear for Xavier. The Sal's Authentic New York Pizza have got some vouchers out there. Score 20% off any large pizza. These little vouchers are out in the foyer, so grab them on your way out. Alright, last quarter to go.
Yes, hello, hi, and welcome back to the first quarter of action here. Sal's NBL delivering on and off the court. 20% off any large pizza. Thanks to Sal's. Use that online code SALSCORE26 or scan the QR code. Get amongst in this economy, you will absolutely take it.
2 for 2, Maya. Well done.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Done.
It's just what I do, you know. Hey, starting the first quarter off with a bucket is exactly what the Nelson Giants love to see and needed after the Saints got ahead by double digits in that third quarter.
Definitely, and you see the Giants right now going back into that zone, trying to slow the Saints down, but that is what you cannot let happen. Elijah Pepper shooting open threes.
Giants are very lucky that he's had a tough day from beyond the arc. They're opting to go into that zone as Luukkonen gets the finish.
With the fancy footwork at the bottom too. Luukkonen and Alex McNaught have been trading notes in terms of their passing and finishing.
Yeah, very theatric. Giants opting to go back to their 2-3 zone. 5 points the difference, still within it, the Giants. Hot closeout there from McNaught. Hunt gets the foul on the way up. Luukkonen, he's had a tough introduction to the South NBL.
Yeah, he has, just that last week, but I mean, that's one there. I mean, we know Jordan Hunt can shoot the ball, and he's 1 for 2 right now. But that's the one there. If you are the Nelson Giants, I think you don't want to allow easy pump fakes, as you see there. Good intent from McNaught, but where the Saints are dangerous is if they can get back into that paint. So I think you still want to get a contest, but you've got to be ready to stop him from attacking the hoop too.
Makes the first from the Chemist Warehouse, of course, adding to tally of the Chemist Warehouse and Basketball New Zealand Hoops and Schools program. Let's see the initiative on their behalf as Hunt makes the second one. Just makes it look so easy.
Yeah, he does, Jordan Hunt. Again, so simple but so effective, and he's incredibly good at what he does.
Nice pass there from Smith Milner. Scooped it over to Judd, but just the length of Aaliyah. What can you do?
Yeah, Aaliyah really having a great game. As you see, Liam Judd gets blocked down one end, able to get back, get the deflection on the other end.
7 points the lead for the Saints as Chunga comes off as Ingram looks better. Checking back into this one.
Yeah, good to see Dante back out there. See if he can have a last good wee bit in this game.
Aaliyah. Pepper thought that Aaliyah was rolling. It's a turnover. Here comes Liam Judd. Oh, I thought he might throw that one down. Just gets a humble layup.
I thought we had a serious highlight on our hands there, but Liam Judd Great composure to finish and then get back.
Ingram finds Hunt. It's a great shot for Jordan Hunt.
And that's a tough one. But again, it comes down to that dribble penetration, that drive and kick action. Jordan Hunt has done such a great job at spacing the floor.
Judd probed at it. Decides to pull that one and answers right back with a triple of his own. That's 5 on the game for Liam Judd.
Massive hit from Liam Judd, you know, responds well to that Jordan Hunt 3, and good to see him continue to shoot that ball with confidence.
Giants still in this 2-3.
It's a better job from the Giants, I think, packing in a wee bit. You see there, Alex McNaught sitting deeper in the key, showing bodies, I think is going to be a massive thing, especially with the ball in Carlin Davison's hands.
No advantage in transition for the Giants. Judd tries to go small ball on Pepper, but he is standing his ground. Smith-Milner, quiet game for him today. Misses his 4th three-point shot attempt.
Yeah, Elijah Pepper is not an easy human being to move. You know, Liam Judd has the size advantage, but he definitely has some strength on there too.
Allaire had 20 points in the first half. Hasn't actually scored since then, but right on cue attacks the big man, and of course, what else would he be doing than smiling?
Absolutely. And I have a feeling, Maya, that might be Luukkonen's night on debut. Managed to get through 19 and a half minutes, so not too bad for in terms of a first import and with the foul out trouble. So well, that might be his 4th.
Who was it that said that he might have some trouble with the fouls when he came to the NBL? Was there someone who spoke that into existence?
It's just this myth that floats around within the league. You know, I'm just repeating what people are saying. You know,
a classic commentator's curse against his old team. Mike Fitcher would be very disappointed to hear.
Yeah, well, he'll be talking soon.
I mean, he can't do anything about it anyway, right?
Exactly.
Giants now back in an 8-point deficit. Tara Hunt, dying seconds, has to cook something up. Had the length of Sam Gold on him. That is a great possession for the Saints. Now can they extend this lead?
And this is where it gets dangerous for the Giants. You need to make sure they can continue to stay in front and do not allow guys like Carlin Davison to get downhill. But I think if the Giants are going to have a chance in this game, yes, obviously they need to get scores, but I think how they're going to win this is just slowing down the Wellington Saints. Great job there from Alex McNaught putting pressure, but it's a tough cover for Sam Dempster when you got Carlin Davison with the head of steam.
Well, this is an electric scoring team, the Nelson Giants. 103 points is the average across their first 2 games. They had a 117-81 win against the Jets to open things up. And their scoring is not slowing down anytime soon.
No, absolutely not. When you have so many weapons, you'd expect it to be up near the hundreds every single time. You see, it looks like they're probably going to clock that again today.
McNaught has been stopped by Pepper. Nice back cut. McNaught doesn't get the finish, but gets the foul. What a game today from McNaught.
Yeah, McNaught's been really impressive, and something that Tohi Smith-Milner does really well is he's a great facilitator. You know, McNaught being hounded there by Pepper, but has the awareness when he gives it to Smith-Milner, knows that he's capable of cutting, and he knows that Tohi Smith-Milner is going to be able to find him too. So great action there from the Giants, made something out of nothing. McNaught at the line for 2.
McNaught turning himself into a bit of a stalwart for the Nelson Giants. Debuted in 2020.
And I believe, I would have to check the full statistics, but he is not far from joining the Hundy Club. It might, I think he might be at 97 or 98, so it's somewhere in the very near future.
Oh, yeah, there you go. 94 games before the 2026 season, so he'll be etching very close to that milestone, which is
97
exciting.
today.
Very exciting for the young man. Congratulations, Alex McNaught. And there you go from Ingram. They are starting to pull away, Tom.
Yeah, and as we talked about, you know, Dante Ingram, he's had a tough night tonight. Had that wee bump and bruise in terms of his injury, but has come out with 2 back-to-back buckets. And, you know, that's the thing with this Saints team. They have so many offensive weapons, a lot of firepower. You see Carlin Davison there, he's hyped up. And Allaire, he's smiling.
They look like they just love to play basketball with each other.
Yeah, and I mean, that's fantastic. And a big part of that too is I would have no doubt the culture that Aaron Young creates. You know, he does that with his teams, highly respected. Not in terms of how he goes about his basketball business, well, that, but then also how he creates that team culture. Because you see right now, these guys love playing with each other. So, man, this Saints team, they're an exciting group.
Defending champions, of course, the Wellington Saints, and definitely looking like the team to beat this year. And Nelson Giants could potentially fall to 0-3 if the Saints keep up this hot streak of momentum they've been on. Just catching an absolute stray, the young girl in the crowd there. Love the side though.
Yeah, great sign.
Yeah, great loyalty.
Sign.
Great fans in this building, I must say.
Sure. Wash your hands.
Cameraman knew exactly what he was doing, and I love to see it. Double digit is the lead for the Saints. What can the Giants answer with here? They go to Cruz Pero-Hunt, who's had a quiet night by his standards of 2026 so far, 13 points. Great move, but just left it too long, and Davidson jumped a little bit too high for his own good.
Yeah, and Cruz Pero-Hunt will be disappointed with that one. Great move in terms of the wee hezzy cross, and then everything but the finish in that instance.
Nice pickup as well. Made sure he didn't get the turnover off the pickup, but Davidson just leaping into the air. And I must say, Davidson, a very rounded, put-together performance tonight. 9 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. Just doing it all.
It's Dante Ingram right there. Thought he had the shot, Cruz Pero-Hunt. Hope we don't have any lip readers at home. But again, great closeout from Pero-Hunt. Man, this Giants team, let's see what they can do this last 5 minutes.
I mean, it's not over till the final buzzer. Love the stick-to-itiveness here from the Nelson Giants. 11 points, not really much of a deficit in the game of basketball. Smith-Milner gets the step on Alaire, blocked away by the big man.
And we've got a foul on the other one, but Carlin Davison not agreeing with it.
I can already see Alaire smiling from behind.
See, Toy Smith-Milner gets the step there. Ooh. Yeah.
I think he got him on the hand.
Yeah, we'll go that one. But again, Toy Smith-Milner, good job. He's putting the ball on the floor. But again, another one we talked about, Cruz Pero-Hunt and Toy Smith-Milner, the two biggest offensive weapons so far this season for the Nelson Giants. Quiet nights by their standards. Toy Smith-Milner's 8th point to go along with 6 rebounds and 6 assists, so still well-rounded. But again, one of their biggest offensive threats. I'd like to see him try get a few more touches.
Yeah, Smith-Milner had 17 points against the Rams and then 23 against the Nuggets, so definitely been a focal point for them early doors this season as McNaught jumps out in the passing lane. Has Davidson who blocks it away. Judd follows it up. Well, that was an exciting little sequence as Judd will get the offensive rebound and head to the Chemist Warehouse.
And you've seen Carlin Davison sniffing that from a mile away. But McNaught, good job to try and use the rim as an extra defender. Sorry, as an extra offensive player there. But as you see on this replay, when you've got a guy as athletic as Carlin Davison, it don't matter.
Probably just wanted to dump that one off, unfortunately. I mean, it's every short person's dream. I can say this as a very short human being myself. You just want to score in transition once over someone. Sometimes it's just not worth it.
I hear you. Good thing is Liam Judd following up, able to get the easy free throws.
Had himself a night as well, 25 points for the young man who's struggled the first couple of games of the season. He'll be happy to get a game like this under his belt.
For sure, and I would say Liam Judd must be creeping relatively close to a career high the way that he is rolling.
We'll pull up Mike Lacey's stats, and yeah, you're right, 30 points is his career high, so he's at 26. Are we going to see a career night for Liam Judd?
I hope so, as we see a turnover there. Elijah Pepper, uncharacteristic. They just built a miscommunication on the roll, but Smith-Milner throws it straight back to Ingram.
Alaire thought about it, opted not to take it. Gives it back to Pepper. Aaliyah all alone. Can't sink it. Giants are off to the races now. Tara Hunt controlling the pace. Judd pulls it. Offensive rebound falls to McNaught. Smith-Milner off the back rim again. So many bites of the cherry that are unsuccessful. Judd in the corner now. Buries it, Liam Judd, up to 29 points, flirting with a career high.
And that's the second chance buckets there from the Nelson Giants. You see right there, great looks. Liam Judd, bit of a heat check on that first one. Oh, board. I love Toy Smith-Milner stepping into that three. And then the last one, Cruz Parrott-Hunt getting his nose on the rim, kicking to Liam Judd in the corner. Man, this guy is on fire right now. I believe that is his 6th three-pointer of the evening.
And they've clawed it back to just a 2-possession ball game. You see that one, hits it from the corner, gives himself a little tap and back to 4 points. It went out to double digits. Felt like it, you know, might have been sneaking away with the Saints, but here are the Nelson Giants.
As they are, we talked about it's the game that they want to get up for as the Wellington Saints. You know, iron sharpens iron, so it's good to see the Giants fronting, but I think you've got to attribute Liam Judd's breakout performance in terms of this season so far to the aggressiveness of guys like Alex McNaught. And then Cruz has obviously been super aggressive too, but I think with Alex being aggressive and being that creator, it allows Liam to get these open looks, because he's a guy that needs to be shooting at least 7 3-pointers a game, especially with the way this Giants team likes to get up the three ball.
100%, and we've seen that from McNaught tonight. 15 points. 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and a block. And he's 4 of 6 from three-point land himself. He really came to play.
Yeah, which is great. You know, in terms of it's been no secret that the scout on Nordy has been to let him shoot the ball, but it's something that he's clearly worked on over his time with the Breakers, and it's something he needs to continue to develop because, man, the way he's shooting the ball right now, he's making some waves for this Giants team.
And makes it a heck of a lot easier for his teammates when he can be a scoring threat himself, Alex McNaught, and no surprises with the culmination of that. It's back to a 2-possession game. So Saints now the ones that have to answer out of a timeout from Coach Aaron Young. Ingram, quiet night for him, but Davidson so long and athletic gets them a second bite at the cherry.
I love this from Ingram. He's pushed away Carlin Davis and he said, you know what, I'm back home. And bricks it.
Doesn't like the rims that much, clearly.
No.
Chance to bring it to a 1-possession game here. Nice skip. Sammy D. Oh, I was going to say he's the guy you want, but it's an offensive foul called from Brad Clive.
Oh, and that is devastating if you are a Nelson Giants fan. Sammy Dempster in disbelief. Phil Jones in even more disbelief. Be interesting to see a replay on that, but it looks like they're going to get straight back into it.
The Nelson Giants crowd, again, letting the referees just hear about it. We'll take a look. I believe that was on Alex McNaught on that little pin down there.
Yeah, I don't like that, seeing that call at the end of the game. I think that's one you just, you know, let it go, let the guys play.
We'll see if ball don't lie here in this position. Ingram. Davison finds the slip. Hunt. Ball don't lie.
There you go.
Giants will be very glad to see that one bounce off of the rim in an uncharacteristic move for Hunt. Dempster putting in an absolute shift on the boards. McNaught, oh, at the rim! Naughty is feeling himself.
Why not Alex McNaught? Fantastic. I thought he was going to hit Liam Judd there for the open three, but said, you know what? I'm going to take that to the cup myself.
I thought he was going to dunk it. I was like, can he get up right now?
Man. How good would have that been?
How exciting has this been? It's back to a 1-possession ball game. It was as much as 12. Pepper!
That man is ice cold, you know. Hasn't shot the three ball well this game, but you know what? 2 minutes, clutch player, does great things.
When all else fails, give the ball to Elijah Pepper. McNaught, Judd. A chance for career high on a shot attempt here. Liam Judd doesn't get his career high, but does get a foul.
And it looks like a wee bit of a cramp too.
You know what? He's had a hard yakka of a night.
Hard yakka, great term. Yeah, up to nearly 36 minutes with still a couple minutes to go. So the man hasn't seen a lot of bench time, but you know, he's a workhorse. He'll be up for it.
Now, I don't want to put a commentator's curse on here, and I bet now that I've said that I am. But if he goes to the Chemist Warehouse stripe here and makes 2, he's got a career high on his hands.
Maya.
I know, brave from me. Very brave from me.
Currently 5 or 6 at the line. So let's see.
Well, now you've jumped in on it too. Oh,
there we go.
Oh. So he's equaled his career high, Liam Judd, which is 30 points. And that came against the Saints.
Wow, there you go.
In 2024, and he's done it. He's gone and done it. Liam Judd, 31 points, a new career high against the same team.
Great showing out from Liam Judd. He's been fantastic this evening, and now we've got a ball game on our hands. 3
points is the lead. Alia leaves it too long. Offensive foul.
Sammy Dempster.
Who else? Who else?
And I'll tell you what, he shouted so loud. You seen that head, that was no longer white. That thing was as red as a tomato. That boy is pumped up right now.
Let's take another look at that. Moves his feet, takes it in the chest like an absolute champion.
As he's done so many times. Great job there from Sammy D, you know. With Lukanen coming out, what a guy to come in. A guy that's averaging a double-double. Had a double-double in Rapid League. This guy's having an evening.
8 points off of the bench for Sam Dempster. A chance now for the Giants to at most tie it, or at least get within 1. Liam Judd on a career night. What can he do? Smith-Milner leaves it long. Judd contests the rebound. It comes up to Pero Hunt. McNaught. Judd attacks the closeout. Oh! There he is! Look out below!
Liam Judd! That is a party at the Trafalgar Centre tonight for Mr. Judd. Up to 33 points.
And a 1-point ball game. It was double digits only a few minutes ago. Hunt gets a settler to Alia. That's exactly the answer you want.
And it's a great job. It's one of those things for the Giants. It's only a 1-possession game. Did you have to get out? As you see right now, looks like we may have a bit of a scoreboard issue.
Brad Clive on the tools, of course. The Barter card official just making sure things are all sussed. Let's take a look at that. Just attack that hot closeout from Davison, and Judd showing his athleticism. 33 points on the evening.
What a dunk there from Liam Judd. Just looking at that score right now as we get that corrected. That last Giants possession, you know, only a 1-possession game. They're still hard showing, which is fantastic. But maybe that's just one that you play solid. You don't try to get into rotation, and you try to get a stop and then give yourself a chance to go take the lead.
Bit of a weary pass there from Pero Hunt. Still manages to get it in, but nice back cut there from McNaught. Finishes over the athletic Davison. Back to a 1-point game.
And again, Tohi Smith-Milner so good in that action. You know, able to hit backdoor cutters really well. It's Cruz Pero Hunt with the steal.
For the lead, Cruz Pero Hunt. Unbelievable. Just stole his lunch money, and they go out in front.
This Nelson Giants team, man, have come back from the dead. Cruz Pero Hunt hasn't been a great shooting night. 4 of 14 before that. Gets the steal, puts it up. As you see right there.
Oh, give me that. From Elijah Pepper, of all people. I feel like I'm going to faint.
My man, what a comeback. We talked about with the Saints get a roll on, they're really hard to stop. And, you know, they were up to a double-digit lead, or damn near a double-digit lead. But the Nelson Giants come charging back through Alex McNaught, through Cruz Pero Hunt, through Liam Judd, through a Sam Dempster charge. It's been a whole team effort by these guys.
It was 11 points at the 5-minute mark, and you could have easily claimed it was all said and done at that point with this talented Saints roster.
However, man,
Stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah, I love that term, and I'm always too scared to say it on screen because I know that I'm going to scramble through my words. Stick-to-itiveness. There we go.
Nailed it.
Yeah, there we go.
So all pressure goes now on the Wellington Saints. They have 20 seconds. Well, they have 14. They're going to advance it, so they've got to score within 14. Are they going to advance it?
Yeah, what it appears to in terms of the shot clock. We'll see how we go. I think maybe it might give them another bite at the cherry. We'll have to see.
They're going to use the entire shot clock here, the Saints. They trail by 1.
I'm interested to see where they go here. The ball's in Carlin Davison's hands right now. Is he the one that's going to be making a play, or are you going to go to Elijah Pepper, currently sitting in the corner?
Davison. Ingram, they've got time. 7 on the clock. That's a massive 3 to take for Ingram. Not what the doctor ordered.
No, probably not in that instance. I mean, you've got Elijah Pepper, who's been making plays. Carlin Davison's making plays. Been a rough night for Dante Ingram, but he does shoot that ball with confidence. Look, not too bad from the hand, but man, the Giants potentially going to run away, going to sneak away with a wee dub, their first dub of the season if they're able to get over the line.
Man, you'd be feeling pretty good about life right now if you're the Nelson Giants. You get the bucket, and then you force them into a relatively tough and kind of early shot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in that instance, just looking a wee bit, they were a wee bit scrambled, not really sure what was going on. It looked like maybe they were going to try to get to Pepper as Liam Judd makes the first one. A big one here because the Saints still do have their BNZ player timeout, so if they get a miss, they'll be able to go pull that instantly, get that advance.
Who else would you want at the line? Liam Judd having himself a career night. Will make it 35 points on a make. Doesn't make it. And there you have it. That was my commentator's curse of the evening. Just tick that one off. BNZ player timeout used by Aaliyah here. So like you mentioned, as you see the QR code, make sure you scan that, get your ticket to the big game. They can advance it out of this, correct?
Yes, they can advance it out of this. And I think, yeah, obviously they're going to do that. Interesting to see where they go here. I mean, to me, Pepper's the guy. You got to go to Pepper. You got to try and get him a look to win this game. But you could even look at Pepper coming off, and maybe you can get Elias slipping to the rim because he has been so effective. But
I think they trail by
3, so you don't. Sorry, I take that.
Oh wait. Oh no, because he missed that second free throw. Yes.
Yep, trailing by 3. You could get Aaliyah on a slip to the rim, but I'm trying to get
Pepper. Aaliyah for the win. Oh, off the back rim, and the Nelson Giants. They sneak away with the upset in the dying seconds. Their first win of the season at home in incredible fashion.
And I tell you what, Trafalgar Centre is going off right now. You can hear that volume, the crowd on their feet, and that man on the screen. What an effort from him. Alex McNaught, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. But Liam Judd, a career high for the man, 34 points. Man, that is an incredible first win of the season for the Nelson Giants.
The Trafalgar Centre just absolutely loving it. And who else? The commentators pick Liam Judd, a deserving young man, just firing out the gates, like we said, a career night with 34 points, 6 of 10 from downtown. He had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block, just for good measure.
Yeah, absolutely. What a night from Liam Judd. You know, what a great human being. You love seeing good things happen to good people. But, you know, he's a guy who's put in a lot of work. You could see it, and it was only a matter of time. I don't even want to bring up what I just seen in terms of that 6-7.
You just ruined the mod.
Oh, my God. Trying to hype the man up, and we throw a 6-7 in the mix. My goodness. But, man, what an effort from this Nelson Giants team to hang strong and ultimately get that first dub of the season.
Like we mentioned, there was 11 points at 5 minutes to go. But thanks to the efforts of Judd, McNaught, and Pero Hunt, they got away with it.
Yeah, they did. And, you know, it was definitely, I mean, a proper fight in terms of Alea, Pepper, Hunt, and then Davison. Not a high-scoring game, but a well-rounded game. Chunga, really impressive as well for the Wellington Saints.
Toy Smith-Milner, quite night offensively for him, but getting it done on the boards, as well as Carlin Davison, who really did it all tonight. We'll see him in the assists column as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Toy Smith-Milner, even though he didn't necessarily have it going offensively, man, what he created out of high post action, hitting backdoor cutters, was massive for the Giants, especially down the stretch. But, man, a few steals tonight too, Maya.
Yeah, and a massive one at the end for Pero Hunt to seal the game and the win. He has to be absolutely stoked with the way they held their composure at home. First win of the season for the Nelson Giants, and hopefully many more to come. As we take a look at the upcoming fixtures, the Saints, they need to bounce back. Tomorrow, the Sharks and the Five play, and then the Ears and the Bulls. And then it's all Saints from there. They take on the Tuatara on Monday, and then the Ears again on Thursday. Man, they're going to need some recovery.
Yeah, I mean, you go through a tough one like that, but sometimes that's the best thing to do, is just get back on the horse, get a couple of games under your belt. But this Saints team, after a couple of consecutive losses, they're going to be hungry. So watch out, league.
A massive congratulations to the NBS Nelson Giants for the most exciting game we've seen so far this Sal's NBL season, and getting their first win. They now move to 1-2, and the Mills Albert Wellington Saints move to 1-2 as well. Congratulations, ka kite anō.